Hello. I hope you're all having a fantastic Saturday. It is now August. It feels absurd that it already is almost the end of the summer for at least us Canadians. It's already back to school any day now for Americans and wherever else you might be in the world. Apparently 2 people rolled natural 20s when I was gone. What the fuck? Okay, well, it's gonna be an insane day, clearly. I can only assume it's gonna be absolutely nuts. But yeah, hello, welcome. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful show. And we're gonna get started right here in a second. Let me just switch on over. Hello.
Is like
go fuck yourself.
Hello.
I unmute the first clear thing that is go fuck yourself. Thanks, Chase. That's content. You know what? That's a clippable moment right there.
That's amazing.
What happened to giving us a 5 seconds heads up? What happened with that? Now everybody knows how awful I am.
I know. I didn't hear anything you said. All I heard was Chase say, "Go fuck yourself." That was it.
But I did?
No, I said that. Dylan.
Oh, you said that? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was Chase.
No, I don't.
Sure, we can go with that. We can go with that. Yeah, Chase, how dare you put such language?
I'm a little gremlin.
I'm a little gremlin today.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hi, welcome. Sorry, I was rushing because I'll be entirely honest. It smells like fire right now. So, it likely means the people next to me have their little fire pit going, like on the ground floor, which you're not supposed to have. However, it's technically not supposed to be something you're supposed to have right now. However, we're here. If I have to leave in like 5 minutes due to a fire, at least it's more content for the internet. Isn't that right? Hi, internet. This is content for you.
At least we got
As long as you actually
so
leave.
If my building burns down, it'll be okay because we got it on film. Okay, hi. We can. Are we ready to be seen on camera now? I'm
ready.
Okay, cool. Hello, welcome. We're live. I hope you all have a fantastic stream. This is gonna be absolute chaos already.
Yes. First thing I need to do is full on disconnect
None of
my
us remember
AirPods
what's
from my
going
tablet.
on, and we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Yay!
Finally, it took way too long for the Grim Reaper to get here.
Finally, we can die!
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
My ear.
Your ear? Oh.
There
Okay.
we go.
I dropped my
Much
phone.
better. Much better. Okay.
It's Gremlin o'clock again. Let's go.
Gremlin hours.
Yeah.
Gremlin hours.
Huh. Oh, I know, dice. I knew I forgot something. I forgot dice.
Dice, baby. Bum, bum, bum,
Dum,
bum.
dum, 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 dum,
Dylan, you had all that extra time when I had to go on my rescue mission. What happened?
I was doing tech, okay? I'm sorry.
You
It's
better be.
alright. It's okay, because we have intros to make anyways.
Yep.
So I might as well start us off so we can get into it. Hello, my friends, fiends, and in-betweens. My name is Rachel. I am known on the socials as Berry Sunshine or just Sunshine. I am here to DM for all of you, or at least all of you, and the rest of you can watch. Me, very nicely do bad things to my friends. Characters.
Make sure you include that last word, otherwise it's a very different situation.
You can do bad things to me. I wouldn't mind.
You know what? We'll wait. See, the thing is, though, we gotta wait for our campaign, because, we've already got something going there.
Again.
Yeah, but
Kinky.
the bad things are just... I feel like they're not bad things. We just make everything awkward for the entire table.
Oh, yeah, but that's the fun thing. That's the fun part. Anyway, I'm good. Who's next? I think it's the boy.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm me.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not Katie.
No, don't steal my thing.
No, I said I'm not Katie. That was the bit. I'm sorry, okay? Hi,
Steal my bit!
I'm resident content creator who does this longer and more than he probably should in life. Welcome. This is where I am streaming. And if you want to see the VOD right after the stream, or if you miss anything during one of these streams, please go over to the YouTube because, hey, you can watch all those VODs immediately after the stream is done. with no
You can
like
just play them on
hesitation.
loop.
Yeah, and give me watch hours, because then if we hit more viewership over there, then we get more emotes, and you know how much you like emotes. So
Everybody wants an emote.
yeah, everyone likes free
You
stuff.
get an emote. You get an emote.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Oh
up,
yeah,
do you
I do
play?
TikToks as well. I forgot. I think that's it.
No, who do you play?
I don't think you
Oh,
ever,
right,
I
I-
don't think you said your name once throughout
Yes.
that entire
Hi,
thing.
I'm Casper. It's right there. I play Henry. Your surfer bro driver. I listen. It's
shut up and drive, man.
Yep,
That's fine.
Shut up and drive.
Is that me? Am I next?
Yep,
I
pass
can't
turn.
remember. I'm Ancient Stories. Everyone here calls me Ashley. You can too. I play Jumper. I mean, I'm here. I don't know how much I'm mentally here, but I'm here, and I'm ready for Rachel to torture me so I can feel something in this miserable life.
Oh, wow. Okay. That really brings that pressure up, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You're fine.
That was-
You're fine.
that
I
was
hear
a
you
fail
almost killed me last
experience.
session anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am here for the drama and for the people, and someone else please go.
Hello, I'm someone else. I mean, I'm me. Sorry. And by me, I mean, I'm Kate/Katie/Evil Kate Art, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I make art and stuff. I made the emotes on the channel. I made some of the character art in this game. I do commissions and I have a shop. And I started streaming recently, so you should follow me because I love you. And I play Iris, the spooky bitch.
Those statements were indeed true.
Yes.
Next up.
It's me. Okay, I'm anti-Darkheart. People call me Chase, and I'm playing Schnitzel, the bag of meat that is in this journey, doing his best, just like I do in real life. And I also do art, and that's about it. And I also started streaming again, and that's about it. Anti-Darkheart on literally everything except TikTok, and that's the T. All right, good.
Alright, I guess that leaves me. I'm Zatara. I'm playing Aquaria. I am the resident cook. And while I
Love
have a
space.
TikTok, I mainly support the people above me. And you should too, because they're
Yeah.
awesome. Even if they should post more.
Oh, so it's bringing out the claws tonight.
Don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I have content coming
I love
tomorrow.
the
I just couldn't
immediate
do it
no.
yesterday. It's coming tomorrow.
I haven't posted in a year, and it's fine.
I post on Twitter.
I think I posted a TikTok like at once every 3 months, maybe.
YouTube Shorts tomorrow.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No,
You sure about that?
it's already edited. I just didn't have the spoons yesterday to post it. Because I had to do the final pass, but I did everything else is done.
Fair.
I did the editing earlier.
Well, in
this
that case, I guess we'll do a quick recap because it was a slight bit longer than we originally planned due
Yes.
to, sadly, DM tech issues during our last attempt to stream.
week. And then a mild
Different
vacation.
location screwed us up. But yeah, last time our space cadets that are not actually a part of the military, that was a lie, they made it off of Vespera with information of where they were gonna go, and started to make their journey towards the crazy unstable wormhole to get to the cryo system. And on the way, they passed through the Seraphim to the Aegis system, and then from their travel to get to that specific wormhole, they kind of had a little oopsie-doopsie, because they wanted to raid a crazy-looking, hollowed-out ship that was in an asteroid field, and, boo, space spiders. That became a single giant space spider that they escaped to a group of teleporting psychic monsties that go rar. that I totally, I did ignored the rules and I put them into Aquaria's kitchen. So I'm in trouble for that. But when we officially ended stream, they were approaching the actual wormhole because we needed to do some roly-polies to see how that was going to end up going with the instability of all that shit. So basically, I'm just gonna need you to roll like 2 D100s, just preferably the captain.
Should we still be in combat? Because we are.
Oh, I did not end the combat. I'm a dumb. All of the bad guys are dead.
We've been in combat for 87 years.
Listen,
Combat is over. You are fine.
Finally.
Everything's
Freedom.
good.
I need to stop raging. How do I unrage?
I think you go back into the effect.
It's a thing with the effects. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Also, DM, you said preferably the captain. Do you want me to roll because you're the
Or
captain?
did I say captain?
You said captain.
I meant pilot.
Hi,
because
that's
you're
me.
piloting the ship at this point. You would be heading back because they'd have been like, hey, we're approaching the actual wormhole now, and I don't want to die, so come do your thing.
1.
What? Oh, that was a D100. That's still probably not good though.
What was your second? Because I needed 2 D100s.
Okay, let's roll the other one. 21.
Okay.
So I'm gonna write my
All
pilot
right.
check. Let's get this ready. Hold on. Let me put my D100 away.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Great.
Hi, Grim. Welcome.
Hi, Graham.
Hey, Grim. So glad you could join us just in time for me to potentially rip the ship apart as they go through a wormhole.
You had one job!
My kitchen.
Don't
Wait.
fuck with my ship!
Before we all die, I did want to do the scientific analysis thing to try and help. Am I allowed to do
Yes.
that now, or would that be
You
later?
simply
I-
just need to
I
stop
think that
dying.
I think you did say that you were going to do it so that it would help when we went through, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I wanted to do it. I just don't think I ever rolled for it.
Okay. Let me pull up the stat sheet real quick so that I can
Arcana or
remember.
investigation.
So, Grim, by the way,
Yes.
for those who are just coming in, I just natural 1 to D100. So this can only go so well right now.
We're gonna die.
Yes.
What is my
Probably.
Arcana investigation? Okay, my Arcana is better.
Yeah.
Did I start appealing to my dad right now?
I'm also, because I'm terrified, do I have this ability?
If you...
Oh no, I don't. Never mind. I'm
Combat's
fine.
over, so you should not have any sort of effects on you anymore, because the monsters are all
No,
dead.
I forgot. This character used to be an artificer, but she's a wizard now, so she doesn't have the ability that I was
Oh.
thinking of.
Wizard.
Did you want Flash of
Oh,
Genius? Because I have Flash of
I
Genius.
was gonna add to it, but I don't need to. I got a 21. I
I have a
only
bunch
needed
of
to
Yeah,
that
no,
kind
you're
of
good.
stuff too, since I'm the
Yeah.
one that fixes the ship.
Yeah.
It's alright. Honestly, all I needed was a decent enough roll so that while your
21 should be
while
good.
your percentage rolls were horrifying for this purpose, you do at least you'll get like some extra advantage or a lower DC on the later piloting check that you're going to need when you come out of the wormhole. So
Okay. Iris just runs up and she's like, "That thing! I understand that thing!"
Basically, the way that I'm going to describe this is that you are assisting as the ship is physically moving through the wormhole, and it's kind of like, I'm quite literally going to say, like, it feels like an earthquake, which is
Oh,
a
I've
weird thing to
experienced that.
feel in the ship. Because normally the artificial, like, gravity that is throughout all of the flooring and stuff would help hold everything, like, solidly to the ground unless something happened. That is not currently happening right now as much because, you know, a 1 and a 21 was not super great, so...
Yeah, who the hell rolled that die, man? It's such a bad roll.
Alright, who
Yeah, I wonder. But, hold on, where's the...
It's fine. I'm just
Fun
gonna natural
stuff.
20 this pilot check. It's all I need. It's fine. I
Dylan,
believe.
you better go knock on some wood right now.
I literally have wood
I
all
have
around. I have like a
expected
wood
this.
desk. I have 2 like bookcases. I'm good.
Because my real life car is falling apart. I don't need my D&D vehicle to also fall apart.
So, as it's like being sort of buffeted around throughout this journey, which normally when you go through a wormhole, like you're used to the stable ones where it's like pretty quick, you go through, it's almost like a flash, and then you're on the other side. But this one, it's like it takes a good couple minutes to kind of get through. You really got to hold yourself steady. I will need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw to hold their feet.
Oh no.
Oh.
Because, yeah, like the items that are shaking and moving, you also are shaking and moving.
I'm in
I
the
remembered
pilot's...
where the dexterity saving throw button was.
Yeah, that does, honestly, that doesn't matter.
Okay, that's fair.
You need to stay in the seat.
That's
I
a
mean,
good
unless
point.
you fully strapped yourself the fuck in.
Oh, that's Tito.
Do you think you
Henry
did?
would never
Yeah.
strap.
So yeah, you're gonna roll that dex save. You better hope that you pass that.
Holy shit,
God.
this could go bad really fast. Let's see what has this to do.
The one time she doesn't duct tape you to your chair.
23.
We need seatbelts.
Mine's at
I got a 14.
Okay,
17.
14's not too bad.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
17's good. 17 is
Oh.
good.
I rolled that nat 20 for 29.
Hell yeah!
Glued.
Honestly, like, I feel like not only are you like stable on your feet, because you've probably been through being on some bad ships in the past, you're definitely used to the turbulence. But I feel like you could probably climb the wall and probably would still be fine at this point. For the most part, unless anybody got like close to a 10, you're at least decently stable on your feet. Aquaria, you got a little bit close, but luckily you're right up against the counter, so you're able to kind of steady yourself with the counter space. What did Henry get again?
23.
Okay, you're fine. You got to stay in the seat. Iris was good.
22.
Yeah. So nobody brained themselves. Actually, hold on. I need to roll for all of the NPCs because I forgot. That's a thing.
Ori's got like 4 arms. They got ways to stabilize themselves, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Let me just roll all these real fast. Come on,
Yeah,
Ori.
suspicious.
Roll that save, because I totally forgot that I have NPCs. Okay.
Uh-oh.
The
Uh-oh.
only person who failed to stay standing is the captain.
Yep. Yep. You know what?
I feel
That
like
checks
he
out.
was
That
way
checks
too
out.
fucking confident, like standing, like like captains do, like kind of just like standing like this in front of the window, like watching it go. He didn't sit, he didn't strap in, but didn't think. He's like, we've got this. Immediately, like that first nat 1, like entering the wormhole was like a full shudder, and he just face plants. You are too focused on trying to get this thing through the wormhole. If you make a comment, that's gonna be a thing later, just so you know, Mr. Henry, who is also now back at the
Yes, true. I am
official thing here, so I threw you back over there.
currently.
Since
And
I was
technically,
kind of
these-
helping with science, should I be up there too?
Yep.
Yeah, if you were helping out there too, absolutely. In fact, you probably took a seat in the other chair, which is why the captain is standing. So I was probably
He's
here.
like, I don't need a chair. I'll be fine, kids.
He's like, I'll stand right in between them both and be like very helpful, and instead, hold on, right here,
Just
and then
biffed
yeah,
it.
he just kind of face planted, and is now. Nope, that's not how. That's not the
He's
thing.
gone.
You do.
He's dead.
Where's the
Whoopsie.
prone? Nope, that's dodging. There is no prone. I can't find it.
This
There
one.
should be
It's-
a prone.
Hold on, I gotta zoom in. I'm like way too far away from the captain.
Third bottom row, second from the left.
Ah, I see it. Where it looks like you're falling, not prone.
Yes.
You look like you're upside down. Okay, cool. So the captain is prone and has fallen on his like face and is trying to get his feet. And I'm also now going to roll some ship damage because it's getting buffeted by those warp
about to be
eddies.
mad.
So let's see how this goes.
Listen, I feel like Ashley could have probably been healing the ship a little bit during that whole spider debacle as well. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy.
I could have been what now?
Healing the ship a little bit during the whole spider debacle. Hey, I got out of there as fast as I could, but it still hurt.
You did!
Here during the spider
Yeah.
debacle. I still was
She
too
did
busy
heal,
trying to-
though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that did happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did it.
Not a
Okay.
valid command because I forgot how to do that. There we go.
Oh, rolls. I don't like rolls.
All right, this is gonna be some interesting stuff to try and to heal up later. But luckily, your ship's at least decently hardy. Hold on, I'm gonna put a little thing. I'm actually gonna put it back in the asteroid field for now, just so that you actually have like a visual of the ship.
Oh, jump scared.
Spider.
Just so that you have a visual of the ship, because you were technically still 20 points down on the ship there.
Yeah.
So let me just
Little haircut off the top.
hold on.
Maybe move it back from the edge a little bit so it's.
And there's your new hit points. You just lost over 100 hit points from that drive through the wormhole.
Dang
Your ship
Ow!
did.
That's just rude.
Yeah. You've got 500, so you know you're not dying, but yeah, that's gonna need some assistance later.
Just pulls out duct tapes.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure that it'll be something you did. Now, as you finally sort of cross that threshold into the other side of the wormhole, the first thing that I need you to do, Casper,
Hi.
or Henry, is I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw for the ship in your piloting, but you do have advantage, or I don't know if you already have advantage on that, because I know you're got all the crazy fucking
I just don't have advantage.
skill
That's the only thing I don't
features
have.
and shit. Yeah, so then you will have advantage on this roll because of Iris's assistance.
Okay.
She was able to tell you exactly when you were going to come out, so you were prepared for the moment that you showed up on the other side. And within the first 200 feet of you is a ship that you are going to crash headfirst into if you do not evade.
Okay. So roll well is what I'm hearing.
Uh-huh.
I got double nat 20s.
Please take a picture of that. Please take a fucking picture of that right
Oh my
now.
God.
Take a camera.
Don't
of that.
Not
I was gonna
today.
say don't use your webcam because you have to resituate it because that's always.
You can take a
fun,
picture
but-
and then show your phone.
Yes, that's exactly what you can do.
That is.
Zoom enhance. I can't see.
I don't
Yeah,
know
you'll
what
just have to
that-
post the
Your
photo.
your
You
phone's
should zoom.
over here, and the camera's
Oh,
over here.
sorry. You. I was showing the audience.
You showed chat.
Yes.
Not us.
Yeah, it's all blurry. It's fine. Just
Okay.
post the picture later. But that's perfect. Honestly, that's really good.
For the sake of the BM, I'm going to use a flash of genius. So that's a 38.
We're so good. We're so good.
Okay. Cool. Well, in that case, I will also allow you to roll. Anybody who is currently in the cockpit with you can roll a perception check, but you can do
Oh.
it with advantage because your dexterity was so good that not only did you see exactly where the ship was, but if you get a good enough perception check, you will know exactly what the ship is too.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
wait.
Hold on.
Everyone can roll perception
it-
who is there.
Is it that he gets advantage just in general, or is it that if I don't roll, he gets advantage?
No, you all can roll your perception.
Okay.
His advantage is separate.
Okay.
I'm so bad, but we'll find out what's gonna happen.
Damn.
Okay, could be worse.
Nice
11.
D20s.
I get a -2 to that, so
Oh.
I don't notice things.
Did
Are
you get another?
serious,
Did you get a
Casper?
third one?
Yes! And a natural 19.
How you do this?
Well, that's fine.
Wait,
It's
did
fine.
were all the 20s in the chat roll at the beginning? Was it just foreshadowing?
What a twist.
Wait, because we got two. We got two nat 20s in the
In chat.
the Nightbot roll.
Me and Chase got
Okay.
them, right?
Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool, actually. Okay. Well, congrats. It means that you know enough from the briefing earlier, as you are, expertly evading the imminent destruction of both that ship and potentially yours. You realize that it's the Revenant. That's the ship you were chasing.
Oh, that's good.
And because you know that that's the ship, and you did so goddamn fucking good with those nat 20s, not only are you evading with precision skill, but you are able to and basically drift it so that you stop the ship close enough to it that, you're not sailing off and having to turn around and come back. And it means that we can go to the cryo system art that I finally get to show to the audience.
Bertie. I remember you showed us this, didn't you?
I do
did,
remember
yes.
We got
So
the sneak
Technically,
peek.
your ship would actually be over here. You're kind of almost right on top of this large planet here, as is the other ship. But yeah, so this was the image that you would have seen upon ejecting yourself into this
Whee!
system, and then zooming your way visually. The other thing that you guys can see now is the ship is intact. So it's not like when you saw the other ship hull by the giant spider monster. This ship looks like it's intact. You can kind of maybe see some light inside, but it's hard because you're kind of far away. It's not moving. None of its engines are running at the moment, and it's just kind of floating there in space. There's a little bit of weird space debris, but not like it's been broken or anything. It's just there's some little things that are kind of drifting around.
Can Ember run over to the intercom and
Jumper?
hit it and go, Jumper? Oh my god, every time.
Just
I
figured I'd
almost
remind
named
you
her
of your
Ember,
own
and then I
name.
didn't. Thank you, I need that. Jumper is gonna run over to the intercom, smash the button, and just yell, "You beautiful bastard! I knew you could do it!"
And then you hit my ship, but we made it. No, the engine
She
was
was
pretty decently
convinced that
cool.
it was gonna be worse than what it was.
Yeah.
So.
Well, luckily the engine room is pretty much fine. It was mostly just external hull damage that will just take a little bit of,
Yeah, and that's easy to fix.
Thinking.
That's not engine repair. Yet.
Nope. In return, what do those of you who know and can see out the front say?
Henry will
ship.
hit the
Stop the
intercom
ship.
and also just sort of generally both hitting the intercom and shouting backwards, be like, "Guys, I found the ship!"
What are we waiting for?
Captain orders?
He looks forward to Soul and asks her to see if she can do a scan of the ship for any damage or life forms or anything like that. She's like, I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember exactly all the little details about what our scanners are capable of. So as much information as you can get me would be golly good. And so I'm gonna do a quick thing for that. I'm gonna use the captain's thing. Technology. Let's do a roll, Captain. Damn good roll. So unfortunately, your scanners aren't quite up to the task of seeing if there are any like heat signatures or life forms on board. However, it can tell that at least as far as you can get without actually like, you know, connecting your ship to it physically, it looks like it's still functional. There doesn't seem to be any like alarm beacons going off or emergency like, you know, help requests. There's nothing like that going on. As far as Soul can tell, she believes that it is at least stable enough to attempt entry if you would like to go there.
Henry will just straight up be like, I mean, gotta admit, man, it's kind of interesting to see the ship we were hunting that was supposed to be here at the same time we are, which it is, but then it's not functional, so I gotta say I'm mighty curious if you'll permit a small boarding party to go check that out.
Iris is already putting on a suit.
Captain.
She wants to go investigate. She's curious.
He'll kind of like tap over the intercom. I mean, if no one else objects, this is what we were looking for, technically. So, anyone who wants to go aboard can go aboard if they think they might find something fun. And also, the more to protect you, the better, I guess. Hopefully, no more of those things are there, but we're in a different... Don't forget to suit up, it's real cold. Like, you can already kind of see, like, little bits of frost sort of around the edges of any of the windows that are around.
Henry hits the intercom. Jumper. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Just for fun, shits and giggles, Rachel, can she just be walking and putting on, like, the top suit and be like, yeah!
Upgrades, people, upgrades!
So, is it the same day as where we were fighting the things in our ship?
Yes. Yes.
Means I can't use my supports. Okay.
But you can go. You can
I can
just
go,
be
yeah,
a
I can
support.
go. I just wanted to see, before this gets too far, if I can use my supports to help them, but I cannot.
Ooh,
Okay.
actually,
Yeah,
point of note, before we go on the ship, should we take a quick, like, short rest and, like, make sure, like, see if there's any...
if you want to.
I'm thinking it might not be a bad idea. We could recoup some abilities that we burned through the fight, and then also we can make sure if there's any damage to the ship, Henry and Jumper can do a once-over, make sure if there's any immediate danger that was damaged, we can deal with it before we start abandoning ship.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
understandable.
That might be a good idea.
And I mean, like, the captain and most of the NPCs are going to remain on our ship because
yeah,
it's just a lot to keep track of. So main party, go explore.
Also, question for the DM.
Mhm.
My morale boost doesn't have a specifier on how often I can use it.
It does not... Hold on. I mean, it doesn't actually say that, so feel free to use it again.
The only
Okay.
supportive mom.
Which you can do in person. You don't even have to use the intercoms this time.
yep.
This is true. But if we're gonna take a short rest, if I make a nutritious meal, I can use
If you
both
make
my
a light
boosters,
meal.
because it will count because of short rest.
It will.
Thinking ahead.
So
Feel free to do so, because it's always nice to make sure you have some temporary hit points.
okay. So if nothing else is happening, I'm preparing everybody a nice light meal before they go exploring. At which point,
Eat your
you are gonna
granola
gain
and yogurt.
some temporary hit points, which not the best.
Speaking of
Better
hit
than
points,
nothing.
Rachel, I hear you almost killed me. So what are my hit points even at? From,
You were, I believe that we actually healed you because
Okay.
you were, Dr. Elias was like, oh, this is bad, I heal. So you should be good. The only thing that didn't
Okay.
get healed fully was the ship at the time because, you know,
Because the
Actually,
ship doctor was out of
speaking of-
commission.
speaking of, your ship is still,
Doctor.
your
And
ship AC is still
Everybody
down.
gets 5 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Should I do the short rest thing? That's official.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
click
make
the
my
button.
roll to see if I can morale boost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I get anything back from my short rest, but why not?
Might as well.
And, charisma. Why am I looking at that? I need to look at my stats.
What was the temporary hit points?
5
Five.
temporary hit points, and I get a 19 on my morale boost.
That was awesome.
So-
How do I
Good
pull up my
job.
character sheet when there's no token on the board?
Oh, you should be able to see your actor in the actors tab. So if you go at the top where the little person is,
Yeah.
You might have to
you
open some folders.
should.
Yeah.
You should be able to
I
open
opened
the
crewmates and
crewmates
then PCs.
PCs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every member of the crew gets advantage on their next ability check or saving throw for the next hour.
Yay!
So keep that in mind, and once you use it, you lose it.
It has to be the next one, right?
Yeah, it says the next
Yes.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
Would it be reasonable for me to run and pee?
Go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do that. I'm not gonna say don't.
Fuck your bladder. Stay. Sit down. No.
But I am going to let you guys enjoy what you are about to be walking into.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So the ship has to stay there, but
I'm assuming
It's-
are these shooting
the
stars?
difference is... no, actually, that is technically supposed to be the scanner that you guys
Oh.
were using to check on the ship.
Oh.
That's so
I was trying to find something that was more like a spotlight, but I was like, no, this looks way fucking cooler. So the ship will be staying there because technically it's also much larger. It'd actually be bigger than the ship that you're looking at that you can't see into yet. Yeah. And then once you guys actually go inside, I will place your characters in there. I just didn't want to do that and then lose, Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this, you guys.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. My brain keeps feeling like there's something I should like prep or think to bring.
Actually, technically, you guys would be at the back, now that I'm thinking about it. Because the docking is at the back for you. So I'm gonna drag you guys to the back. Please let me know if you see anything that you shouldn't. Because I'm trying to make it so you don't accidentally go inside of the ship. Please
Just
ignore
saw a
the fact.
flash of like white.
Yeah, because I had to take it outside of the borders so that I didn't accidentally take you inside the ship to move your ship around.
How big is the ship
So-
compared to ours? It's like at least like.
No.
10 times it.
So I needed to be able to fit the ship onto the screen.
Oh.
That's just so that you guys can all see without having to drag all your characters into space.
Gotcha.
But once you guys enter the ship, so technically this ship is probably about maybe half the length of yours.
Okay.
And it only has maybe it's not quite as deep either. You guys have a lot of layers. It's got a bit of a layer and then a smaller layer. It's closer to a saucer or a fighter plane looking shape.
Yeah, it's I forget the name of the ship, but it's a ship from Star Wars Rebels. It's like it's got the whole bay and it's got the little bit of it, and that's
Kind of that, yeah.
The Phantom?
Yeah.
Or the Ghost?
Phantom.
Oh.
The Ghost the Phantom docks onto the Ghost at the top.
Yeah, the Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Well,
not like a
I've been-
small like TIE fighter, but
Mhm.
it's
Will I have time to bake snacks for the entire crew?
It's an hour.
I mean, you guys don't like it's not you found the ship. You are not technically required to immediately enter. Like you can take the time that you need to prep.
Yeah.
As
What do
far
we
as you're
prep,
aware,
though?
there's nothing exceptional.
Well,
Aquarius
then
is doing her thing.
then everybody but Schnitzel gets a chocolate chip cookie, and Schnitzel, you get your special container.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the cookies are being baked. Can Jumper use that time to fix what she can on her poor baby that got so beat up?
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll to repair the ship.
I was gonna offer if she needs an assistance.
Remind me what that I need to roll for that though, because
You gotta roll an intelligence 15 or Arcana. You can either do technology or Arcana, because the ship is both magic and tech.
Technology, because I'm proficient in that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. that's what
If
I
you
figured.
need the advantage, I can assist. Okay.
Thank you, but I rolled a flat 18 plus 6.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you can roll. So basically, repairing the ship, because it takes time, you can only repair so much so quickly. But for now, roll 3d10 to regain some hit points. If you were in like a docked station, you would get a much higher number to roll, or just repair it in general and pay money instead. But
20, and she would never pay someone else to fix her ship.
oh yeah.
That's ludicrous. But
Well, it's more you'd pay for the supplies to fix the ship, and then it would fix the ship. Like you would be doing the repairs if you wanted to.
Okay, I was
It's
gonna say that she would never.
Trying to do it makeshift in space when it was the hull that was damaged, like it's kind of hard to go outside of the ship and repair properly without all of the equipment. So
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
But that is 20, which I think is what we were down before we entered
Yes.
the wormhole. So at
Yeah.
least the stuff from when she got knocked out, I'm assuming she was able to fix.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you take a short rest, as long as that short rest needs to be, I say.
Short-ish rest.
You get some treats for the road, and some inspirational, words and actions to boost that morale. You are highly advised to make sure you are suited up, because the suits are also meant to help regulate your temperature in these sub-below freezing, excessively cold area of space. And I am going to quite literally say, if you go out there without a spacesuit, you are going to freeze. And that's not even like a DC save. That's like you're gonna be frozen. So I suggest you suit up.
I always suit up even though I don't wanna.
Henry reluctantly also suits up, even though his armor might give him something. I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Listen, I'm resistant
Alright.
to cold damage. I'll be fine.
Listen, I can breathe in space. It's fine.
All
I
right,
don't
so you
breathe.
guys, you guys set out. You attach your umbilicus, your little docking station, out to the ship. Before you guys actually get through, they check to make sure: is this going to? Is it depressurized? Is it still breathable air? Because the suits don't need to be actively like recycling your air if you have oxygen. It's only if you don't. It will keep the heating going though. That's the important part. And as the mechanisms like connect and the pressure is set to equalize, the pressure is fine. Nothing has blown out in the ship to cause it to lose any oxygen or make the seal useless. What order are you guys going into the ship?
I feel like Henry would probably take the lead because if something were to happen, like on the way over, he'd be probably the best one to make it back safely. I assume.
And then one of the mechanics probably would be able to tell if it was still pressurized and oxygen and all that rateable stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I feel like
Rachel,
Iris would
evil
also be
smile.
towards the front.
Evil smile, Rachel.
I just want to make sure that I know because you're going through a small thing, so it's literally like a single person at a time. You can't just like kind of all jaunt through at once. This
So it
isn't
needs to
even
be
like a
one
pair dance.
person in particular. Well, okay, so I would argue Iris should go first because if anything happens, she is resistant to cold damage and she doesn't have to breathe. So it's like, if
Does
anything
the rest
happens,
of us know that though?
Oh, she constantly is like, I don't need this, but I'm gonna do it because you want me to.
Yeah, like
Yep.
she's not hiding these facts about her body. She's just like, I'm fine in the cold.
I
and I
just
don't have to
remember the
breathe."
last time we let her do anything, she tried to stand in lava. So, or was it
Acid!
She tried to stand in poison.
She wasn't trying to stand in it. She just wanted
You
to
wanted to
look
jump
and
into
observe.
you wanted to jump into a pit, a gaseous
a geyser.
volcano. Geyser. Thank you.
It was for science.
Okay. Then
That's
I will
her
assume
argument,
that
that's
it'll
her
go
pitch.
Iris and then Jumper, and then out of Aquarian Schnitzel, who's left? Because I think Henry, you said, would go last, right?
Oh, I was
Because
saying Henry would go first, but I can go.
Yeah, I
can go
heard
anywhere.
Henry go first.
I can go whenever.
Oh, I mixed those up.
I can also go whenever.
I feel
We
like we
all
should
wanna
have
go first.
best cook mom
If we
go
all
last
hold
because if
hands,
something
we'll
happens to
win.
her,
Yeah, we're
we
fine.
all are not making it back.
That's very
What
true.
if we all do rock, paper, scissors?
Let's do it, deadass right
You know
now.
what? Yeah, go ahead. Rock, paper,
Wait,
scissors, guys.
should we do real rock, paper, scissors
Or-
or roll for rock, paper, scissors?
No, I
Roll
feel like
rock,
you need
paper,
to do real.
scissors.
Oh god.
My
What's
brain,
going against
my
you?
brain was like rock,
Ability
paper,
score
scissors, and then I
modifies
just
rock, paper,
imagined
scissors.
Chase's character lifting hands, like.
I was
Oh,
gonna
I
say
wish I had
roll a
hands.
d6, and if it's a 1 or a 2, well, no, because it's a
Aw.
choice thing. It's a choice thing, though. You don't want to. No, you know what? Just do it real. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have
Wait,
to roll
with,
it.
with
What
the
is more?
Discord lag, it might actually not work.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Because people play at different times and they'll be like, cheater! Blah,
Well, in that case, type your answer into the little chat box, and then you can all hit enter at the same time.
no.
Rock, paper, scissors. Those who want to roll their rock, paper,
I
scissors.
regret suggesting this.
This is already going so well.
They say that people who know each other really well will choose the same thing over and over again. So
Let's
Oh, no.
let's see
I
how
don't
this
know.
goes.
Myself.
Who's-
I'm just
who
trying
is-
to pick what Iris would pick.
Yeah, who is rolling, by the way?
Also, what chat are we putting it in? Foundry?
I
Wait, we're
meant
rolling
the
it?
Foundry chat.
The founder
Are we
chat.
typing?
Yeah,
I meant
that's
the
what I
Foundry
thought.
chat. So that it's visible
wanted to
for
clarify.
the audience as well.
True. That's smart. I actually don't know if it is visible for that, so we can figure that out later.
You just have to.
It is not visible for the
Yeah.
audience. It's fine.
Oh, well, that's fine. Alright.
I'm ready.
Okay. Same.
Okay. Is it just you two that are rolling? Does nobody else care?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Let's go.
I'm just
Anyone
here
who's
for
rolling.
part.
I'm here
One.
to support.
Wait, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Scissors.
Oh.
Katie wins!
Yeah, Katie got me.
I was thinking, I was like, what would Iris pick? And I'm like, rock.
And I understand the scissor hands. Because the hands are metal.
Like, I love the idea they go to this and you just go, rock, and I just turn my hand to scissors.
Alright, so Katie, it's
I'm
your
going-
choice. Alright,
I'm go first.
Iris is walking
Go,
through
Iris,
first.
go.
If somebody
And,
attacks me
then
and
the
punctures
rest
my
of
suit,
you-
I have the best chance of survival. It's
And it's not
statistically
like-
better.
And it's not like it's gonna be a huge delay, it's just, it means that I'm gonna put you into the actual thing first, is basically what it means.
Okay.
So, 1.
Oh, spooky!
And then I guess I will jog in, and then I'm just gonna throw everyone else in. I just wanted to do that for fun. Fuck, I can't remember who I have in there now. 3. And then I need a crack. Don't start exploring on your own yet! Come on,
I stepped
guys.
forward so that it was like, I'm in front, you know?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So technically you would have come like on like the staircase here, but the way that I did it was really weird, and now the staircase is kind of under the engine room, so just like assume that there was like a ladder that kind of like went up onto that like area of the ship wing. But yeah, you are now inside of the Revenant, which, while it didn't show any alert beacons or emergency, distress signals, all of the emergency lights are on, but everything else seems okay.
Ruh-roh.
So,
I guess we journey forth?
Can
Go
we-
forward?
yes, Jumper.
Do we split up?
Jumper.
Please?
I came in under the engine, and I roll intelligence to see what's going on with the engine.
Sure. Go
See
ahead.
if they're broken or just off.
Go ahead.
Would that be technology, Rachel?
Yeah, that can be technology.
25. Rolled a 19.
The engines are fine. They're just off.
Shoo.
Ooh.
Well,
I'm going to relay said
I don't know.
information and then look at
Aquaria, because Aquaria's
Dylan's
about to
character.
Henry.
Henry.
Dylan, what's your character? Henry. Thank you. Like it's okay. I'm gonna look at Henry and be like, we could steal these.
I'm not saying we should take the whole ship, but very tempting.
Sample.
No, just the engines.
There's a lot of fun parts here.
Free sample?
Free sample.
Um,
Free grab it.
Actually, I have a question. Do I know... Oh, what?
Can you keep that question? Because I know that Zatar was going to say something
sorry.
as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Eldritch Sight to cast Detect Magic.
Ooh. Okay. So you're still detecting the bits of magic that are a part of the engines. So the engines are still working, and there is magic energy within the engines. Let me just see. I mean, I will continue to tell you for the next 10 minutes while it is still in effect what happens. Right now you're not near much else that is magic other than the engines, but as you kind of move forward, just remind me that you have it up.
My question was, do I know this make or model of the ship enough to be able to determine where I'd be able to find a diagnostic of what happened recently? Like, you know how most ships have like the black box?
Yeah, that would probably be in the cockpit or the bridge.
True, I know the black box would be in the cockpit, but if the ship is still functional enough where it is partially online, you might be able to access that information from a panel somewhere else on the ship, in theory.
In theory, you could try. I mean, there are general panels sort of along like comm systems, kind of like yours has as well.
Okay.
And they're technically, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to ping. So there's technically a general panel like here, and then that's all you can see along like this main hallway. And you can't even see the other side of it actually, because technically this part, it goes like up on a staircase to another hallway and then down again. So
Okay.
you can really only see this part of the engine.
Yeah.
I mean, you can attempt to try and connect to something in that panel if you would like. I believe that would probably be a data roll, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily my expertise. I don't know. I just figured I'd pitch it and see if anyone else had the thoughts. Anyone else had the skills to figure it out. At the very least, I'm pulling the dark vision goggles down at this point because I think this is a good time to use them. Because it is hard to see in this space. I think.
And I can say now that you are in here, you can tell that while the ship is not, like, the engines aren't, like, actively running, the life support systems, the heating systems, and the oxygen are still actively working. So it is safe if you wanted to remove your helmets now. I would say probably don't remove your entire thing, but, like, you can, like, kind of retract that into the back of the suit so that you can pull your dark vision goggles down.
Buzz Lightyear.
Exactly. Because I'm just imagining at first you go to like grab the goggles and you're like, wait, shit, fuck, helmet.
Right. Yes, that makes sense. There's that.
I just love the idea of you retracting the helmet without first making sure it's breathable and safe. Just being like, oh, right, yeah, oh no, I'm good.
Yeah.
You all see Henry be an idiot, and then you realize it's safe to at least take your helmets off.
Okay.
We mosey forward or no?
Yeah, I think we could.
Would you like to make a perception check before you head forward, or do you want to just start walking?
I mean, Iris
'Cause
will
since we're
try.
at
She probably
point-
won't see anything.
Reminder: your first check is with
point.
advantage. Reminder. Okay.
Yeah, your first
Oh,
check is
she's
with advantage.
great.
Your first check does have advantage though, because
Oh.
of Aquarius.
Roll again, just in case.
Yeah, just get a natural
Okay.
20 right now.
Dare you.
Oh, you just get the same roll twice.
It's one and done.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay, it's cool. That's fine.
Ah.
It's enough for you to be able to at least like you're kind of like listening because it is still really dark. It's hard to see, but you don't hear other than like regular sounds that just like being a ship could make, just the occasional like mechanical noise. You're not hearing or seeing anything unusual. There's no like echoing footsteps, there's no shouts, there's no weird sounds coming from anywhere. So
Well, there's a lot of
You are
doors in this
free.
hallway.
you are free.
Doesn't my
to
character have, like-
explore.
Exceptional night vision.
Yeah,
Uh,
you have like
I
what,
believe
300 feet?
Yes.
Something obnoxious like that. I'll stick close to you guys in case
what
I
was
see
that
something.
from? 'Cause
It was
I
from
may
it was
not have
stacking
set
two
your
different
features.
subclass abilities.
Yeah.
Right.
The
That's
big
why
night
it
vision.
didn't.
The one with no
Okay,
eyes
so-
is the best because
Yes.
logic.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Then I
see
think
through
it
your
just
skin.
doubles your dark vision.
I see.
think it just doubles
360
it. So.
dome view.
Oh, wait, what? Are you looking at like your sheet, or is that on?
No, that was a joke. Dome view is
That was a joke. That was a
Yeah, it
joke.
was a joke.
Because I have no eyes, so I just look through my entire head.
I realized where your brain was going.
Remember that?
So fucking confused.
Right, just like you have dome view. What the fuck is this? I've never heard of this
Never
before.
heard of dome view, bro?
What's the second ability that gives more dark vision? I can't remember
It's
what it is.
I was wondering.
because you
There's
get
Umbral Sight, and
Umbral
then
Sight.
there was the other one, and I can't remember what it was called.
because you're
Gloom, because got gloom stalking and the
Gloomstalker
other
gave
thing,
you
'cause
an because you started with 60 because
Dark
slime,
vision.
and then you got I think another 60 from Ranger.
Okay, so then that's what it is. I just need to double your dark vision.
Yeah. Just give big eyes.
That's what it was.
Big
You
eyes.
get
Okay.
30 from that, and then it
So-
was
That's
Yeah, so
special.
you're walking through. You walk through the ship, and you like go up those steps, and you see as you look down, like a long hallway. The other end is the other engine in the other wing. So this specific ship, you know from both the debriefing and just from general knowledge about ships for Henry and Jumper, that this is a ship that is meant for speed, maneuverability, and stealth. And so it has two very specific engines that help with that, instead of just having like the big one and then some side thrusters.
we're taking the engines. Got it.
Mhm.
Yep.
You might have to come back for that.
We're taking the whole ship is gonna be attached to ours, and we're taking it with us. We'll dismantle it later.
We're throwing the ship in.
Well, we might
Um,
not be able to attach the ship because you have to make it back through that frickin' wormhole.
We can find a real wormhole. That was the fast route. Fast travel.
That's true. That's true.
Do we want to go down this hall with all the doors, or do we want to like keep going forward?
Well, this is just the other engine. Henry will
Yeah.
probably just dart up, go take a quick peek, and make sure there's anything different over here.
Which
Like, where's
there
the
wouldn't be.
engine?
Yeah.
It's pretty much a mirror image of the
That's
other
just more
engine.
engines.
Yeah, just
Okay,
a good look
well,
at the
then we
pretty
probably do
engines
wanna go this
anyway.
way.
This is our hyper focus.
But as you kind of start moving down that hallway, Aquaria, you do feel some faint magical traces through the doors on either side of here. More so in the bottom one and the top, as well as kind of as ships in general. You would have also felt it from like all of the technology like panels for opening doors and connecting stuff like that, but they're different than the ones that you've been feeling on those little panels. So
Okay, I'm gonna relay this to the party. We got some magic behind these doors other than what is running the ship.
Do we want to go one at a time, or does everybody want to take a door?
Henry, being a dumbass, will say, "We talking good kind of magic or bad kind of magic?"
Can I tell?
no, you can't see the magic. You can only sense it through the doors. You have to be able to physically see it.
What did we know about the weapons that we were looking for? Did we know if they were magical or
All that the briefing that, or at least the mission that was given to Captain Cal, was that it was a cache of weapons that were super secret, and now they're gone.
Well, I'm willing to bet you that whatever super secret weapons that the military is so scared about is probably magical.
I'll know more once I see them.
Got
I'm
you.
gonna click the door.
Henry will.
Unfortunately, you can't just open the door.
Oh,
Is it
Can
locked?
we kick down the door?
It is in fact locked.
Oh. I didn't see a lock
If you would-
icon. I didn't click on it yet, but
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. You can't see the locked icon. You can see it's a door, but it won't tell you if it's locked. It just won't open.
oh,
Do we have a lockpick? Any of us?
is anyone a rogue?
Would you
I have
like
these
to
tools.
perception
a
or
rogue.
investigate?
I am a rogue.
Get that door. Go get it.
All right,
I was
make
a
an
rogue.
investigation check.
the excitement of "I'm a
Joker.
rogue" it was so strong.
It's me. It's me.
I've
Yeah,
never
let me
played
get
a
out of your
rogue.
way.
What am I making, Rachel? I'm sorry. I got so excited
Investigation.
remembering what my class was.
It was an investigation check.
Okay. Okay. So whatever 15 plus 12 is.
27.
Lots.
27.
Number.
So you're investigating these doors because you know that you have the ability to pick locks. As you are doing so, you realize these doors are mechanical and they are not lock pickable. You would need to use technology to try and either hack the door or just quite literally attempt to bust it down. They are pretty heavy looking blast doors.
Good thing our
And-
rogue has tech skills.
Yeah, the rogue has tech skills.
That's
and
what the
I also-
investigation was for. You needed to figure out whether or not you needed tech or not.
And I have my tinker kit, which I believe would allow me to hack shit. So I'm gonna like sit cross-legged on the floor and start hooking up this little panel to the other panel, which I like you see in movies. I'm not sure if that's how it actually works, but I think it's cool. I'm gonna start hitting buttons, which I gotta roll.
I'm gonna have you roll a data, which is just an intelligence modifier, because I don't think you're proficient in data.
No, I'm not. So.
Yeah.
But
Because
yes,
you're-
Dylan,
you're-
she does
yeah.
type like this. She does not type like this. She types like this.
Yeah.
Well, and on this
Nah.
kind of a panel too, like it's not a full laptop anyway.
Also advantage for first roll because of Tara.
Yes.
I'm remembering.
So that's a dirty 20.
Okay. Okay. Well, luckily, this bottom one quite quickly does unlock, and you sort of see the light turn green. It doesn't change any of the other doors in the hallway. It only unlocks the one door, but it does open.
I just heard the Baldur's Gate like success roll thing in my head when you did that. And then immediately followed by the Baldur's Gate like unlock sound. Oh, God.
And then she's gonna look up and she goes, I got it!
All right, Aquaria, you can literally follow that magical signature if you'd like.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
so you enter the room, and the magical signature, the strongest one that you're feeling, in terms of items in this room, is directly in front of you. And as you look down, it's like it looks like this little like big it's like a little base. It's like this base, but it like it's like cylindrical in thing, but like halfway in and halfway out of it, it's like this sort of mostly tech built mechanical cat.
You mean from like the movie Lightyear?
I found a mechanical cat.
You did.
Pet.
Pet.
Okay, Aquaria is going to like freak now.
It is currently not on, or
Do I
initiated.
find an on button? Can I investigate? Can I find an on button for this?
Techno Kitty's real.
You can investigate. Absolutely.
Nothing else matters. We got a cat.
Okay.
Wait,
so-
this is a secret weapon. They trick you by making you think that it's adorable. Then it turns into a monster. It's a mech.
I will still have time to steal the engine.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 10.
You also get your advantage.
Oh,
remember?
my advantage! I qualify
perfect
for my
time to use
advantage.
it.
15.
15, nice. So everyone else, you're kind of coming in, you're looking around. Aquaria goes straight forward, crouches down, and just starts fiddling with something on the ground. And luckily, this is not actually an item that is attached to the ship itself. It is its own, like, removable, like, piece of technology that can be taken with you quite easily. Sadly, I don't have an actual icon for it to follow you, so just imagine that it does. But this machine kind of beeps a little bit, and then a light turns on in the center where the cat was charging, and it kind of just... You almost hear, like, the whirring of all of the sort of servos and the joints and compressors and stuff that make it move, but it just does, like, that sort of stretch thing and kind of look around, and this little circle around Aquaria.
Aquaria is losing her mind. You've lost her.
Yeah, Aquaria's just gonna sit on the floor and pet the cat for the next hour that you guys search the ship.
Well, on to the next room. She's busy.
Bounds
But
down,
for the most
jumps
part,
away.
the rest of the items in this room, like as you're kind of like moving stuff, a lot of it is actually just like the things that people need to survive in space. Most of the stuff down in this room specifically that you can see is survival, like cash, stash, no,
Cash,
stock, words, and it's the food stores and technical things for fuel and replacement parts and all that kind of stuff to keep the ships going for a fairly decent time without having to touch down somewhere. Yes, Jumper, if you want to take these later, you can.
Okay, cool. If you didn't say it, I was going
I'm
to.
so sad that I can't like have like a small portal like attuned to our ship so I can just start putting things.
Just dumping
Just
things.
have it dumping into the fucking cargo bay.
Eventually, we could raid their food supplies.
Yeah.
I do
Oh,
have
you
a
get the
couple
food,
of
I
napkins
get the
and, like,
part.
stuff wrapped around me.
So
I can
if
grab
I
some
stand
stuff.
up, can I get this cat to follow me?
If you stand up and start walking, you initiated the cat. Your fingerprint was the first to touch. So for the time being, it is following your signature, your, body signature. I don't even know your magical that works better. It is following your magical energy signature as you start to walk. As the rest of you guys just all of a sudden there's just a mechanical cat following Aquaria around.
DM, I have a question. Is this room supposed to be unlocked?
Yes.
This one right here? Okay, because I was clicking on doors. So I'm just gonna, to make that canon, I'm just gonna have Iris walking down the hall just like pulling on doors. Because I accidentally opened it a little bit ago.
That is super fair.
She's just pulling on doors until she can find one that's open.
Oops. So, as you guys kind of head back out, not finding anything too complicated, and see Iris literally just walk through another door without you guys.
she'll be
trust
fine.
your judgment.
No one said
Yeah.
that she was wise.
Iris, as you walk through this door and you look into this space, I'm trying to think. Just a general intelligence check.
Ooh, I'm smart. I'm not wise, but I'm smart.
Advantage. Advantage for first roll. No, you already used it. Never mind.
No, I already used it.
Yep. But you're really fucking smart. So it doesn't
Didn't
matter.
need it.
Oh, we're
You
winning.
got your nat.
This is how we win.
Yeah.
Iris, you know the second that you walk in here, this was where the escape pods were.
Oh.
Your ship
Word.
has shuttles. Your ship has shuttles, so like you have full shuttles because you can fit a lot more people on your ship to leave. This ship had escape pods. From
there's
what
only
you
one
can
left?
tell, there is only one left that has not been shunted out already. 3 of them are red light, green light. And you can also see still a subtle faint glow from the top left corner where, as you kind of move forward, you do find an actual like panel for activating and programming the escape pods.
Ooh. Can I actually... Go ahead.
When Iris brain blasts this information, she'll just kind of shout towards the door. Looks like they all left.
Henry kind of reacts and kind of goes, "I'm right here." Big bunny ears. Just kind of tilts down slightly.
Yelled directly into the ear.
Well, then I wasn't talking to you.
Ow, but height difference. Ow. Do you mind if I take a look at that? And he's gonna point to the control panel. I want to see if I can go through the logs to determine the time at which the pods were used.
Okay, to go through just the general logs, I'll have you make a straight intelligence.
Okay.
Or, sorry, investigation. Because you're investigating the general thing, which honestly is not actually locked. You won't, wait. A 4?
Rolled a 4.
No, that's my 4th natural 20.
Oh,
Oops.
Jesus Christ! What is happening
I was like,
tonight?
I'm broken.
We are god tier tonight.
I'm broken. I
Okay,
rolled like garbage. These Zatara and Ashley know. I've been rolling like booty in both their campaigns.
Yeah, I know, because last
It's the
campaign
showmanship
we
in
had-
you. You're on stream now, so suddenly your showmanship is like, this role has to be good because I'm on camera.
Okay,
So-
that's
Candid
only
camera.
my 20. That's weird.
True. 29.
It's an apology for every other terrible. I mean, honestly, it was not going to be... that was not going to be all that difficult because it is a terminal specifically designed to be able to access at any point in time for emergency purposes. But it means that you are very, very efficient and quick at pinpointing where these were going. All 3 of them were programmed to get down to the nearest planet, which happens to be the one below you, which is Frostholm.
Right.
It is one of the few planets here that is, while hostile in condition, has a more permanent, like, research type facility that is not like you can only be here for like a month or you could probably die really quickly sort of a thing.
Second piece of information I'd like to grab, if that's okay, was I was looking for also the time at which the pods were used.
Ah,
Because
that
I'm assuming
would
that would be
make sense.
logged.
Yeah, no, it definitely would. It, as far as you can tell, like from the way that it was shunted off, it was most likely, because again, unstable wormhole, you're never sure exactly how that thing works, but in proximity of at least 24 hours of when they first arrived in this system, you're not sure if they came out of the wormhole where you did, or if they were heading here, but it was somewhere within the, you'd guess, the 24 to 48 hour mark, closer to 24, of when they entered the system.
Okay. I'll turn, give Iris a quick bow, and say, thanks for that, and sorry about the whole shouting thing. Yeah, and then he'll like sort of like call. Then he'll shout, make sure he's not shouting into Iris's face, and then just turn to the door again and sort of say, also got some information about when they left. It seems like.
Oh, by the way, this probably would have been like maybe 3 days before you guys arrived.
Okay.
Just, that's a different timeline that you probably also should have when you're trying to explain how long they've been off this ship. Or at least, actually, doing brain things, because forgot a very important piece of information. 2 of the pods went down within the first 24 hours. The 3rd one only went down about 24 hours ago.
Oh.
They were still
That is-
trying to be here.
Do we have
Someone
comms, Rachel, to like talk to the
to call back to the ship. Yes, you would be in close enough proximity, and you are physically attached to the ship that you would be able to communicate with the captain at the moment.
Cool. So if Henry gives us that information, Jumper will give that information to the captain and be like, hey, look out for some pods. Also, can I bring these engines back? Haha, you think I'm actually asking? I'm bringing these engines back.
By the way, bring these in.
We will do our best to tow this ship to the nearest surface so that you can make an attempt to remove the things that you want and see if they will fit on our ship. Not just size, but weight-wise. But, okay.
Also, keep an eye open for escape pods.
Haven't seen any yet. What would you like to do now? And are you, because I know, Jumper, you're still standing in front of this door.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to
I
make
just
an
put
attempt
myself somewhere,
to...
but yeah.
Do you want to attempt to open each door individually, or do you want to try and find the main terminal?
I feel like finding the main terminal means I have to walk further and further away. And, you know, we got I think I'm gonna just try to hack the door.
Okay. Roll a data.
I'm like, my intelligence is quite high. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's an 18.
Sadly, these ones needed a 20, which is why your last 20 was perfect.
I see. She's going to glare at the door and go, fine, I'll find the main terminal, and just set down her hacking stuff up, perturbed.
These ones are specifically, like, because they are storage and usually hold their shipments, would have a little bit more difficulty in hacking because it's usually pretty important stuff to them, so...
Wait, Rachel, okay, because this is... No, can I open a portal in the door where the latch would be and take my little tools, and can I just manually undo the latch?
But it's not a latch, it's physical, like, technology that is giving signals to the door to open. Oh, wait, you mean...
I have to open the door? Because I'd just be going into
Yes?
the door and doing
Okay,
this
I mean,
thing
I
more
will say
manually.
you can try. I will say you can try.
So it'd be more thieves' tooly than hacking.
I'm gonna have you just roll a technology check. To see if you know enough about these type of doors before you start trying to use other skills and things.
So Rachel, that's nat 20.
Okay. So you know that these doors, it's not a simple latch. It's like a full like multi-bar system that like has multi-pieces go in and kind of like hook in. Like it's really difficult to manually get these doors open unless every bit of the power is cut. If nothing
Okay.
is working, then it's easier to mechanically do it. But also that would turn off every other system in this ship, including the life support, oxygen, heat.
Yes.
And you would need to do
but-
it from the
Kinda
main
want those.
terminal.
But question with that nat 20, do I know where the electricity wire to this door is?
No. I want you to explore my ship. I'm kidding. No, it's not like a single wire. Like it's a complex system.
No, that's fair enough. I was just thinking how much you were gonna let me get away with. She will put down the hacking stuff. She's gonna point at the door and go, "You win this time, but I will be back."
So Ashley, your jumper has now declared war on doors. I hope you realize this.
She can't stand them. It's,
That's
she
standard for
hates
D&D.
technology doors because this is why
It's
Dad
true,
always
actually, yeah.
Dad always believed that hacking was too easy, so it was always they always dealt with like manual locks, and she just thinks that everybody that does technology locks is just lesser beings, even when she can't hack it. It's fine. They're still lesser.
All right. Where are you going next, guys?
I was actually gonna ask Aquaria if she's picking up any other signals as we're walking down this hallway. Any like strong or weaker signals would probably help us determine which doors we may want to check. Because I know Rachel, and I'm waiting for one of these doors to have this fucking creepy monster hidden inside. It's been locked away, and they escape pod it out.
Really?
So I'm like,
I mean,
An organic
Probably
well,
it's
I was
probably at the helm, guys.
I was pausing to let other people do things, but Iris is still walking down the hall tugging on all the doors. I was just waiting for people to do other things so that I wasn't taking up the whole show.
fair.
But if
And
you
I
don't
will-
if you don't stop her, she's gonna tug on every doorknob. Or
I'm not
doorknob,
gonna
but
stop
you know what
her.
I mean.
And what is
I'm
Aquaria
gonna
doing?
I'm gonna keep refreshing my detect magic as often as I need to. So I'm continuing to look for
Okay.
magic and staying towards the middle / back of the party as they wander until I'm needed for something,
Okay.
and making sure that that cat is still following me.
Oh yeah, that cat is following you to the point where I'm gonna have you roll a quick dexterity saving throw, cause you know it's a cat.
Oh,
Is anyone else
it's-
walking next to Aquaria during this time? Cause
Nope.
Oh, not great. An 11.
yeah, it's definitely following you, and you know because you've tripped over it twice. But I will say, so Iris, you've opened that door, which is good because Aquaria, you would have caught, you know, faint mechanical magic signals from here and from here. A little bit from here as well.
And I
I'm
will
just gonna
relay
open all of them.
all this information.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So, because you know what's in this room, but the specific area in here that you're sensing magic from is locked. Again, another locked door. This is one of the reasons why finding the main panel is important, because if you find the main console, you don't have to do a bazillion checks.
Nah, clearly the bazillion check route is the correct one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds spice.
If you declare war on doors, you have to fight
However-
each one individually to prove that you are superior.
Oh,
Aquaria,
there's a
if you are continuing
ruckus
to
in
walk
here.
forward, you would, however,
Ruckus
find
is
the
it?
kitchen.
Oh.
If you would like to
Where's the
follow,
kitchen?
Here.
It's right here.
I think
You're
this
in
is
the kitchen.
but there's been quite a ruckus.
Oh.
So as you walk into this specific room,
Get in there.
you do find the
Whoa.
kitchen. There is some shattered glass and a couple of plates that have been cracked, a few chairs that have been tousled, knocked over. There's a couple of scorch marks here and there. There is in fact a full frying pan that has a few stains of something dark from the counter onto the floor. A lot of the cupboards have been partially damaged, possibly and most likely through whatever ruckus has happened in here. But you did find the kitchen.
Can I roll investigation to try to see if this was what could have happened if we had done badly getting it, get shipwise, get turbulence, or was this like an attack?
That's kind
I'll
of
let you
what I
roll
wanted to
wisdom.
roll too. Is I was gonna say I would like to search for clues.
Okay.
Actually,
So-
you're probably better at it, so go ahead.
We can both do it.
So the reason why I was going to say is, Iris, you're looking for, like, in general clues, so you can roll investigation. Aquaria, you are looking at this kitchen and being like, is this something that a kitchen, specifically my kitchen, would do if we had turbulence? So I'm going to let you roll that as a wisdom,
Okay.
hold on.
What the fuck?
Holy cow, Katie! That's awesome!
Oh my god.
What is
Oh
today?
my god. I'll let you do
tonight.
it as either an Arcana or a Perception, because Arcana could be technically used to, like, think about the weird magical spaciness
Alright.
of the
Well,
warp.
with an Arcana, I got a 19.
Okay.
Should we get a
Um,
lottery ticket?
I know, right? At this point? Like, what the fuck is going on, guys?
No.
And, okay, so Iris, through your very thorough investigation, actually, and looking closer now, it's not just a ruckus, there is actually a physical person that is half under that table, and as you are, you know, checking things out, they are dead. They are not living. So there's a dead
They're almost
person
as
under
dead as
the
me.
kitchen table there. And that there is at least mechanical or magical, like, marks from potential spells that may have been thrown. You can even see a couple of specific, like, almost pinhole, like, maybe quarter-sized, kind of like scorch marks that you'd assume are from potential, like, blasters hitting metal. Aquaria, you can absolutely tell that this is not a general turbulence issue. This is something that was a deliberate kind of, like, somebody did something here, or a group of somebodies caused a lot of damage and death to that at least singular person that you can see there. Some stuff is still intact. Like, it's not like they came and trashed the kitchen on purpose, but it is fairly damaged from whatever physical and magical attacks have happened in this room.
I actually,
Yep, this guy's pretty dead.
I have an idea for Chase. Actually,
You would know.
That's me.
Because you're the doctor's assistant, you could maybe roll a medicine check to potentially try to determine how the doctor died, or how this guy died.
I could do that.
Because I'm not smart enough to
You
do that.
I could do that.
absolutely can. Would you like to roll a medicine check?
I would like to roll a medicine check. How do I roll a medicine check?
Pull up
click
your
medicine.
yeah, you pull up your sheet and then you click on the medicine, the word medicine, on your
It's in your left
skills
hand menu
attributes.
with all the thingies.
I see.
And then just straight roll normal.
Just roll in
Okay.
at 20 right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I'll do it
but
just
have you
for
used
you.
your?
Oh!
Oh my God, look what you did to me.
Have you used your
Why would you
advantage?
jinx me like that?
They haven't used their advantage yet, so they do have
Yeah,
Aquarius
You have
advantage.
advantage still.
So roll
Aquarius advantage coming for the win again.
Yep.
Wait, so I'm doing it
Alright,
again
let's
with
see.
advantage?
Yep. So one more.
Just
Do it
roll it
one more
again
time.
normal.
Oh,
That works too.
Okay, let's see which one came first. They were okay. The 10
The
came
10
first,
was rolled
so the
first.
10 wins. So 18.
Yeah.
All right, good. You can see that this particular person, they bled out because their throat was slit ear to ear.
so the
This
blaster shots
particular
didn't kill
person.
him.
And the
No.
perhaps frying pan did not blunt trauma them.
No.
Hmm.
This
Is it
specific
possible
person.
that we should be looking for a murder weapon? That even...
I mean, you could try and search through, but Aquaria and Iris did a pretty good investigation, and as far as you can tell, you can't find any of the knives that are in the kitchen that seem to have any sort of residual blood or dirt. Most of them are still in their respective drawers.
Okay, so and something that came in here sliced this guy clean open.
Yeah.
After a pew pew gunfight.
After
Yes,
quite a
Casper?
tussle, it seems like. But it wasn't the gun that got him, which is
No.
either they're a really bad shot or something else is not quite adding up here.
Or that guy didn't die during the fight. Maybe he was the first casualty.
This might be a dumb question. Are knives traditional weapons in today's day and age?
In sci-fi?
I mean, they're not as commonly used the way they were in terms of, like, if you are, it's not something that is a top skill for regular militia. Knives themselves, usually if you are carrying a smaller knife for attacking purposes, unless you want the light to be visible on a laser style, blade.
Is it just one slash?
Knives are
or is
usually
it,
only
like...
used if you don't want to be seen first.
Right.
Okay. It's just
But
one
it's
slash,
not
right?
as
not
common.
like a claw or something that would like be
No,
organic.
it's a very clean cut.
Okay, so
Interesting.
Is there anything particularly magic-y in this room?
Aside
melee.
from the magic that is used to power the things in the kitchen, there's no, like, you can't sense anything specific to, like, there's no magical food, there's no potions or any sort of poultices in this room that house any magical signatures. Most of it just comes from the mechanical equipment.
So this might be a stretch, but would I be able to roll or deduce how long ago this kitchen was last used?
That's true.
That's a really good idea. Hot shit.
I will
If
have
not,
you
could I do
roll
time
with
of
your
death?
cook's tools and proficiency, because that's the closest thing I can think of to, like, I want to test my chef knowledge. So yeah,
what
like,
am I doing?
you're rolling. I think you'd be rolling because you cook with your wisdom, I believe, or do most of your checks through wisdom in terms of cooking. So I will allow you to do that and then add your proficiency on top of your wisdom modifier. So it'd be a +5.
Okay. So, okay.
It's the most
okay.
interesting check I have been asked for so far.
Well, that's a 19, so...
give us the secrets.
Oh man.
So and actually, one of the things that you're noticing as you're kind of doing this, because you did a decent investigation previously, but now you're specifically looking for how long this kitchen hasn't been used for. And you realize that somehow, maybe in the scuffle, the fridge door was left just slightly open. Maybe somebody was going in there for a late night snack or something, who knows. But it didn't close and seal up behind it through the scuffle. So when you pull the fridge all the way open, it hasn't been keeping the food warm. And you know from your very well perused food knowledge that this door has probably been open for maybe 3 and a bit days, around the time that those first couple pods were used.
But not the last one, interestingly enough. I was the last one. That's the question. Which question we're here to solve? Listen, I'm speaking out loud because it helps me to think, but then I have to remember the brain don't think can do good.
Only that
So-
amount of people maybe were able to escape and they didn't need to use the fourth pod because they simply are on the floor right here bleeding?
But the fourth pod is still gone, though. Someone still
The
took
fourth pod is still there. The third pod left.
Yeah.
I thought it was
yesterday, 24
gone.
hours ago.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, no. The fourth pod is still there. 2 pods left 3 days ago-ish, and the third pod left about 24 hours ago.
Whoever
Almost
took the
exactly
third
24 hours
pod
ago.
didn't need to eat.
Possibly.
Apparently.
Like
Possibly.
Not
There's-
me.
There's 2 doors over here. I'd also like to open it. That's okay.
Yeah.
There's
Across
doors.
the
What do you
hall,
mean?
you guys do in fact find
these
a sort of partially destroyed and tousled lounge area with a broken TV screen, a flipped couch and armchair, scorched rug. You do in fact find a bathroom and a shower.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, time to get clean.
So you are assuming this may have been like where the crew sort of hung out and like maybe had bedrooms. And you can assume that the 2 doors that are locked still were personal quarters, potentially.
It won't let me in. There we go. It's having some trouble getting through.
It is very, yeah, you gotta definitely make sure that you make it into the room. To get that
And
right
did we-
5-foot square there.
Did we do things in this room?
Yeah, it's bathroom and shower.
No, this room. When I'm in.
No, Rachel said
Oh, I was
wasn't
sorry, I
allowed
was
to
looking at
open the door.
Aquaria. Sorry, the command station looking thing that you've got going up there. That was the other room that you guys didn't go into, but we just
Yeah.
saw the view of.
I knew you said
Uh,
that there was magic in here, so I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that we
Partially from the tech
checked
there.
out.
So they only had so many versions of broken TVs. I will say that the 2 screens that you see here, those have been, like, smashed, but for the most part, this room is pretty decently intact. Mostly it's a table that they use for command. This center thing, as you're looking at it, it's mostly just to connect things to. It doesn't actually have like a ship integration connection. It's more you'd walk in here with like a PDA and you'd like project it on the screen. So there's not much information there. However, you do find the cockpit, and it is unlocked, surprisingly.
It is a
It also has another dead body.
Is that a
That is a
body?
dead body!
dead body number 2.
We
Let me
love
at him.
the
Let me
dead
at him.
bodies.
Don't eat it. Don't.
Sorry.
Don't. Invest medicine check, not food check.
Okay. Another medicine check then.
Yeah.
We'll see what's up with this one.
This one not at advantage. This is just a straight roll.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Better than last time.
We take those.
I was nervous
All
the
right.
first time.
The smile does not make that any better there, Chase. Just.
Fucking god.
Shy.
So
Shy.
this person, as you're kind of looking them over, you do notice that there seems to be a yeah, we'll take we'll jump off for break in a moment, I think, because we're getting close to 8.
I have to pee so bad.
So we'll maybe finish up. I mean, oh yeah, this is for you. I have to give you this information before you can.
I must focus.
You can see as you're kind of like checking the body that there is like a partial slice that didn't quite make it across the way that the other one did, and then like it did partially. This person did partially bleed out. But they were also hit with some sort of magical thing. You're not 100% sure what effect it was. But as you're kind of like staring at it, and you're trying to like pick out the little things, you see a fair amount of like small scorch marks. And you're not sure, their clothes didn't like go up in flames, so it wasn't enough to like fully alight them, but it did potentially do enough damage to give them more time to finish bleeding out.
Oh my god, this one had quite the trauma compared to the other one. The other one was clean kill. Would Aquaria be able to check on this body, since it seems like it wasn't just a quick slice and some sort of element was involved in this death?
And what is Aquaria going to be checking for?
Magical
The
residue.
magic.
Magical residue, correct.
Magical residue. Because it doesn't look like it was the clean slice as the previous one. This one had other...
So, detect magic, for the most part, wouldn't tell you what was cast on it because it is the body's already dead. It usually it's current magic that is in place. I mean, this room itself has a little more power than the rest of the place because it is the command center and it is still in working order. So there is a fair amount of like the techno magic sort of going on in this room.
Can we
yeah.
Can we see? Are they wearing any kind of uniform? Anything that indicates rank?
Ooh, that's a really good point.
That is a good point.
That is a good point.
Big
In
one.
a different room.
If people want to search the body, you can roll an investigation check.
I will help.
Help me!
I'm helping.
I got an 18.
Look at you go!
22.
I love that you're like, oh, this guy didn't die quite the same way, and then all of you were just like, search the body.
Search the body. What do we know? What do we know, team?
Alright, all of you guys together, 3 of you, started basically just undressing this person at this point, because there's so many of you investigating at the same time.
I'll tell you what, this guy's dead.
However, in doing so, you do find a, like, an indicator, just like a small sort of, it's more like, it's almost like they keep it for sentimental purposes, but it is actually like a small, like, almost like letter of hire, like, or like ceremonial, like, welcome to the crew sort of a thing. This was the second in command. Not the captain, but it was their second in command.
High-ranking officer, though.
He died with his ship.
How good a condition was the other guy's uniform in? Would I know? Would we have
I
a
mean,
chance to
aside
figure it
from-
out?
I mean, now that you've done that, if you wanted to go back, I will allow that. You guys all rolled really good investigation. I will allow you to keep those and just assume that you're like, we never actually checked the other body for rank, and then you ran back to
Yeah,
check
because
the
I
body
got a
for
nat
rank.
20 on that one. In
Yeah,
that room.
I absolutely am okay with
I'll
that.
go back since I was the nat 20. I'm looking for it. I'm like,
Tell me what you find.
This guy,
sniffing it out.
now that you're looking at it, it's funny that you found that note or that like ceremonial, you know, information on the other body, because this one has nothing on it that could be a weapon, that could signify anything. It has been sifted through, and identifying information was taken.
So
If
most
they
likely
had
the
any on
captain.
them. If they had any on them.
There's a cover-up afoot.
I don't like it, but we should probably take our quick break on that
Take our
bit of a
break so that
cliffhanger.
people can pee.
I gotta be so bad.
We will
Okay.
take our first 10, and we will be back.
We'll see you very soon. We'll be back at 8
see you
o'clock.
later.
Don't leave, we'll
So
be sad.
10 minutes. It'll be a timer. BRB.
Come back.
Don't leave. Don't.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing? We are just about to be back here. Just wanted to come say hi again and let me get this music off. Also, the song I was playing over the break was by Arcane Anthems, a friend of mine. Go support his content if you do want to get more, because copyright-free music is very hard to come by, but we appreciate it.
Extra space over here, off camera. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello, welcome
Hi.
back.
Hi.
We're talking about the experience of me visiting you in your room and then realizing that everything seen by the camera is all that exists. There is
Yes.
no additional space.
No, my space is here. Let me quickly get my face back on here so we can see. Yeah, you can see the corner there. The other corner is the end of this. That's
Yeah.
the space. There is no.
That's the whole room.
Yeah, that's the whole room.
There's no more. And
Yeah.
I was saying how like I have a bunch of space off camera here and a bunch of space off camera here, so I have extra space that's not shown, but yours is just
Yeah.
what you see.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got like maybe like a foot and a half past my like dresser there, because that's like half a TV. But other than that, that is also technically my space, because this is right up against the one wall. But mine is a little bit bigger than your space, because it's a
Yeah,
basement
I think
room,
I'm-
but
I think I'm 12 by 10 or 12 by 12. Small space. Excuse me. Big body, small space.
I simply do not exist.
Wait, what's the line from Aladdin? Infinite cosmic power, infinite living space.
Yep.
this is the wrong place to be. typing a
Phenomenal
message.
cosmic power.
Yep. Hold on, I'm trying to. Okay, I got my snack. I'm good to go.
Hold on,
You
I'm
are the snack.
messaging Ashley. 'cause-
Oh yeah, Ashley, where are you at, girly?
Yep. She ran away. It's okay. Cool.
It's okay, I have to get my chicken anyway.
Eat that chicken. Actually, I'm gonna top off my water. It'll take me 2 seconds.
Yeah. I just figured I'd ping her just in case she just she wasn't like looking at the time.
Sorry, the damage came in for the car.
Oh, whoop.
Oh.
Not as bad
okay.
as we thought it was gonna be, so
That's good.
that's
Oh,
really.
that's good. That's good.
So we had
It's
500
always-
put away, and it ended up being like 250. And if we didn't have to tow the damn thing,
Okay.
we would have been
Yeah.
$90 less. But sorry about that. I
No
need
worries.
to
You're good.
No, that's okay.
handle
Listen.
that.
It's all good. I just got back with my water. You're fine.
Katie just got back
Give
with
me
the
time
chicken
to
right
get my
now.
chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
fine.
all
Actually,
just got
let
back,
me
don't
just
you
say,
worry.
I 100% understand that fear about the car thing, because the one time that happened to me and I stopped on the side of the road because it like shut down on me, it was a $5,000 bill for me.
Yeah, because
Jesus Christ.
Sammy's car has been doing this and we've known it, but the frustrating part was is we had a plan, like I can get a new car in June. If I take all my subbing money, I can pay for a car outright. We just had to get through this last school year, so when we thought that was dying, if it dies, she has to use my car because she pays the house, she pays the bills.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to work, and then all of that just flushed down the
Yeah.
toilet. So I was just trying to not freak out. I was like, I was finally being an adult, and this is what I get.
Listen, it's okay.
Adulting
Saying
is so
no.
fucking hard.
Yeah.
So
Just stay
we
home
have a
and play
5-year
D&D.
plan to get 2 cars and a house.
Yeah.
And all that goes out the window if
Yeah.
that dart goes before it's
Oh.
time.
Well, I'm glad that
Clearly,
it
it's telling
wasn't.
you to stay
bad.
home and be a professional DM.
Well, I would love to be a professional DM, and I got into an artist alley with a friend for next year. But that takes monies, therefore
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to go to work. I had to go to work, so I had the monies
Yeah.
to start up all this stuff.
Well,
It's fine. I'm fine. It's okay. Everything's fine.
let's change real life stress to fictional stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love fictional stress.
Okay.
I love fictional stress.
The only thing better than fictional stress
So-
is fictional romance drama.
Welcome back, everybody. As we just found out, one of the bodies was left with a little sentimental acknowledgement that they are the co-captain or the second hand. What did I say it was?
Second in
First
command.
mate.
Second in command.
Whatever. Second in command. Thank
Yeah.
you. Second in command. My God, my own brain can't do things. But the other guy that was dead, turns out everything that he may or may not have had on him would have been removed if there was anything there. So somebody may have done something.
Something's afoot.
However, However, you do have the main terminals available
Are
now.
you stealthily donating in the
Okay.
middle of our campaign,
Yes.
ma'am?
Me? I don't know why you'd think that.
I don't think you can just fly under the radar like that.
Wait, what did you
We
do?
see you. She donated.
to the stream.
Yep.
Stealthily while on stream.
Yep.
Oh my god. So, you found the main terminals. You have the option,
gift
if you
sub.
would like.
Okay.
Yes.
So here's the thing. Well, everyone went to go strip this dead body.
You were ravenous.
Sorry, the way you cut yourself off there, my brain went, wow, everyone went to go strip.
This dead body. What
I
was
mean,
Jumper doing?
Okay, Dylan, Karu would get in on that. Jumper was not that type of girl, okay?
Valid.
I wanted to ask, we haven't seen anything about, like, where this killer could have been. And, you know, I wanted to roll and see if I could, maybe try to see if there's any clues relating that this was a mutiny, because I grew up seeing those.
Roll a history check.
Oh. Where the fuck is my 21?
Okay. So, kind of trying to think back to the way that sort of the people around you when you were growing up and the few, you know, attempted / potentially successful mutinies that you may have experienced in your childhood to teen years. It has what may be a similar vibe. It's hard to tell because normally in a mutiny there would be at least a fair amount of damage, or you know, you've seen more people like come running out if a mutiny starts, and there would have been a lot more like potential like main hallway damage, and the weird way that everything has been either shut down, locked down, closed up, and the fact that there was an escape pod that didn't go with the rest, but there is still an escape pod unused, makes you think that if it was a mutiny, it was not a normal one.
Okay.
But there had to be at least 2 people involved or more in the initial attack.
Cool. So Jumper is going to relay that information. And
I have a
go.
question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Katie.
No, you paused and I thought you were done. Please finish.
And just go, well, I can open the doors now, but I wouldn't be surprised if whoever started this whole mess might be still on the ship, and therefore, probably is behind one of the locked doors and that's why I couldn't get into it.
But if it's been 3 days, they can't survive without water that long, right?
Well, that depends on what the race is. Like, I'm a fire genasi. I don't need as much water as the rest of you.
True.
And then she's gonna gesture to Iris and go.
Iris.
Oh, Iris.
Iris. It's like, and then there's Iris, who I don't think needs anything except for. How are you alive exactly?
Love and compassion.
I am a scientific anomaly.
Who's a scientific anomaly and therefore don't need anything regarding anything of substance. And then Schnitzel is a Schnitzel.
Thumbs up.
Jumper?
Big grin.
What was Aquarius saying?
Jumper? This is not my area, but do you think you could use this console to scan the ship and see if there's anybody else here?
Cracks your fingers. Time to find out.
Before we get
First
into
thing that I'll
another
have you
roll,
do. Oh yeah.
I had a question I wanted to ask.
Yes.
Since the escape pod room only has 4 escape pods, does that mean do ships tend to carry enough escape pods for the crew, or is that just kind of like how many it could hold?
Size is weird in terms of what is visible on the map. In terms of escape pods, they're technically not single person escape pods. They would not fit like what your shuttle does. So those are technically like ladders to get down into the escape pod. It's not like the ones that you see where it's like there's just like a panel over top of the pod and you just like lie in the pod. It can fit like probably at least 3 people. Depending on size, you might squeeze in a 4th person.
What?
Not always recommended, because it can't guarantee that you're not gonna just get too heavy and go boom when you reach the
The
floor.
assumption is 4 if they're 2 kobolds in a trench coat. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
So we can't just assume like, oh, there are 4 pods, there were 4 members of the crew. Like, that's not true. It could be any number of members. As
Be
long
max,
as
Yeah.
It means max
3.
12.
Could be no one.
Would mean max-ish 12, give take.
Mhm.
Yeah. Max-ish 12 that could escape.
Yes.
Yeah. So there could be a maximum of 3 people who were left behind.
Or done.
Possibly. Or
We
die.
got 2 who
Well,
are
2
dead.
are
Or die.
dead.
Yeah.
That we have found so far.
Maybe we'll find number 3.
Let's go searching, crew.
Number 3 is probably so this is Ashley's theory. The weapon was probably a bio weapon, and number 3 is probably some kind of psychotic zombie.
Yay! Wait, I'm a psychotic zombie.
Psychotic zombie is
Literally
cyborg.
me.
Well,
but
I
you're
guess
our
let's see
psychotic
how well. Let's see how well Jumper can get some information from this terminal. First, I'm just gonna have you roll a general investigation roll to just log into the computer.
I got a math. 16 plus 12
28.
is 20. Thank you.
Got you.
I love people who can do fast math.
Yeah, no, that's
I need
pretty
a
good.
calculator that I can just stick like right here for D&D only.
Do it. I have a nice fancy
Okay.
one.
I stuck one in my head. That's how it helped. That's why I go fast.
Oh my
Not
God.
me.
I can't stick anything in
Yeah,
my
I
brain.
can't.
Numbers are
and
man-made, and I
bullshit.
simply do not.
All right.
A bunch of artists.
So I can say you did a decent job. You got a high enough number that you at least were able to get in through the surface login. So you have access to like all of the main systems that don't need higher credentials immediately, which gives you a good like kind of starting point. You don't sense, other than the figures of yourselves on the ship, there are no other biological signals or signatures currently aboard the ship. You can also access the security cameras.
Yeah, she doesn't do
Which
that.
one of them is of the so you can catch the live feed as it's technically still going, because the cameras run on the same emergency power as the emergency lights do, which are currently still shining. So you can see the live feed of you guys standing in the cockpit at the moment in this bridge. You can see that there is a camera. Where did I put these cameras, man? I need to be not in the darkness. I wish that I had a better view of my own thing. So yeah, you see the bridge camera. There is a camera in both of the cargo holds. The one that you did already go through, you can see it has the door still open and the boxes are still shifted from the way that you guys were searching through them. In the other one, you can see that there are still some boxes. There is a fairly large looking tank in there, which may have it's something that you're familiar with in terms of excess fuel and stuff like that. You got real excited for a second.
Sorry, we heard tank and we
no,
both
but it's
went.
all enough stuff so we can build our own tank.
No, it's a tank of fuel. It's not a tank of like a
Yeah,
vehicle.
the fuel tank, not a vehicle tank. This ship could not carry an entire other like tank vehicle in it without having to sacrifice some of its speed. And then you do actually see there is another body in there that is hard to make out in the darkness, but there is a figure on the floor there. And you can't quite see like all the way to the wall. There's a corner of like a white crate that is also open. You can't see inside of it. You can just see like that it's like shifted. It's not solidly like closed like the in fact, a lot of the boxes in that room that you do see are partially, if not fully open.
Okay, so
it's hard to see
Jumper,
what's inside
coming
them.
from a family of thieves, she's gonna make her own little assumption, and this is what she's gonna tell the crew. She's like, "Well, I found the other one. He's dead. But all the crates are open. So what it seems like is the rest of the crew might have, stole a bunch of stuff and escaped on the escape pods, maybe to their main ship. So not exactly a mutiny, but a very good heist."
Well, we do know the pods were headed towards the planet. At least that's what the logs in the pod room said. At least we know that much, that if they were meeting up with the main ship, it was on the planet beneath us.
Exactly. So it looks like it was a heist. That's what she's assuming because all the boxes are open.
That or
And
a
I
deal
will
gone
say
wrong.
that you were quite easily, you were also able to turn the main lights back on.
Oh yeah,
Lights.
did that.
Oh,
She'll turn on the
sick.
actual lights.
Oh, my eyes can see. I can see.
Oh.
I
You
can.
do turn
can
off all of
fight.
the emergency lights. Actually, I can do this much easier by just deleting all of the lights in here. Because I'm like, that's going to take way too long to shut each one off individually. Let's just remove them all. All right, let there be
me
light.
just-
I can see. I have a random silly question. Do I show up on the like biosignature scan of biological creatures that are alive?
You still have a signature. I think it traces more of the magical signature than it does, because every body, even if they don't cast magic, carries somewhat of a magical energy just for being alive, because this is a magical futuristic
so it's not
society.
like a heat sensing thing.
Not
it's a magic
necessarily.
sensing.
It's more of just like if you move and you do things that it require sentience and not like animal sentience,
Magic
it
sentience.
is likely to pick you up.
That's true. 'cause
So
I'm assuming those
It
kind of
tracks
things.
neurons.
I'm assuming it also
in
would
the
track
brain.
AI as well. Like if there was
yeah.
a strong enough AI.
because absolutely,
Just to track the cat.
it
Oh my God, I
does.
forgot about the cat.
I
Could
have
I?
picked a name for the cat, consequently.
Nope.
Ooh, okay. What'd you name the
I want to
cat?
call my cat Cosmo.
Aww.
Oh,
that's cute.
that's adorable.
I like it.
I love it.
But it's good to know that it picks up the cat because that means that there's not like an AI robot roaming the ship secretly.
Yeah, that is also true. Jumper.
Yeah.
As you are turning on, a couple of the things that were shut off, I'm going to assume that you attempt to try and find and view the logs of the past security recordings.
Oh yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, because I don't know, she's morbid. So she's like, yeah, I want to find out what exactly happened.
Okay. So as you are, like, you know your way well enough around, like, ship mechanics and technology because you've lived one, you basically live on it your whole life.
I don't
So
think
you
she ever
would
lived on a
know,
planet.
yeah, you would know where, for the most part, they save these logs to. However, being able to access those logs, every single log that may have been picked up has been wiped from the system. And I don't just mean like they were deleted, I mean like the ship is no longer logging the security camera footage. It only live feeds.
Interesting. Okay, so I guess backstory question for me. When Dad would also heist other ships, because that's what she's thinking of right now. When he would, when we would go and rob other ships, did we delete security footage too, so that way people couldn't track us as easy? I mean, not necessarily like this, but did we at least wipe the?
You would occasionally. It was easier. You found that your crew at least found it was easier to loop security footage in specific areas you were going to, as opposed to deleting, because preemptively prepping to go in and put things in place took less time than sitting in the place that you are basically robbing and attempting to wipe things away with no traces. It takes time to do that. However, you do know that one escape pod did not leave when the others did. So whatever this plan was, they had time to fix what they needed to be fixed.
Well, she's mumbling to herself, but probably loud enough so everybody else can be. It's like, well, if this was a heist, it was a shit heist. No one planned anything.
Henry will call out from down the hallway again and just like, I don't know. I still think that might be a deal gone wrong. And heck, maybe this whatever weapon is like. Maybe messes with their minds or something, so then they wanted to attack each other. I don't know. This seems a little too weird.
Did we?
Are you ready to attempt to open the doors?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did we find the panel for door opening? That was exactly what I was gonna
Jumper
ask.
will call. Well, I don't see any axe murderers anywhere, but I'm not gonna guarantee there isn't any axe murderers anywhere. So is everybody okay with me unlocking the door and potentially letting axe murderer out?
Do it!
Yeah!
You just hear echo from up the hallway. Do it!
As soon as I hear "do it," it's just I'm gonna hit the button and draw my gun.
Yeah.
And drop my
The
gun.
general main signals, there are very specific, things that are kept under lock and key. However, the ability to lock these and unlock these doors was not one of the things under high thing. And you rolled really fucking good, so I'm giving it to you without having to do a data or technology hack.
The doors will not win, Rachel.
They will not win this time. So, yeah, you hit the unlock/open all, and so all of the doors, you just hear like this like sort of buzz go through, almost like the ship, as all at once like the lights on the doors that were all red flip over to green, and as you go to stand in front of, I forgot to unlock that one. They all unlock. The only one that did not unlock, Jumper, as you're seeing, this is the only one you would have to do an extra check for, is the one that you see that says weapons lockdown.
Where is
And that's because, so that would be in this room, where Henry has already found. So.
Henry, how did you get there, Henry?
He ran here. It's right here. It's outside
I
this
just
door.
picked a door that was locked and I walked in and I don't know what to tell you.
So
Wait,
you
I thought
gotta
that one
go
wasn't
straight
unlocked
down.
yet. Oh, okay.
It's this one. So this one will need to be manually overridden at the door. That one is specifically on a different circuit. So.
She's gonna just chuckle herself. She's like, yeah, now whoever designed this room, they knew what they were doing. The other people were idiots.
So if you want to do a data roll to try and hack this door, that is okay.
21.
21. Okay, you got that 20 DC, man. Because you guys have really high skills, so these checks are high DCs. You gotta remember this. You're high-level campaign here.
Make me suffer, Rachel. I gave you complete permission. Even if it's the doors.
So, the door makes a sort of magnetic and electrical hum and clank as the locks disengage and it opens. There's an empty sort of like cabinet. However, there is a brief.
Sorry, I forgot that would do that. My B. I was trying to be subtle.
It was helpful.
That's hilarious. However, there is a briefcase that can be easily lifted and moved. However, on top of that case, you just see, be careful, explosive.
Oh,
Oh.
great.
You did in fact find a briefcase of like grenades, basically.
Great.
I'm gonna learn how to make a bazooka with these.
I'm in this area.
Oh.
I'm gonna learn how to make
I'll have my
bazooka.
very
Hey.
own rocket launcher.
Grenade launcher, dearie. Very different.
Dynamite launcher.
You
Yes.
could launch grenades with a potato launcher. You just have to be careful. Please, that is not serious. Do not take that as actual advice, okay?
This is not
People at
real
home
advice for
don't
real
do
life.
this unless it's in your D&D campaign. Then feel free.
Yeah. Also, for those of you who weren't here, because I think I told a couple of you while you were gone, but I accidentally forgot that I put an airlock room in the ship to start you in, and I totally forgot. So I started you at the back of the ship, and you were technically going to start in this room.
Oh.
Oh.
I just forgot that I put it there, and because everything was dark, I had already set all the lights dark, that I didn't see it, because my brain is dumb.
Okay,
See
our
it.
captain and said, hey, go into the back instead.
We just
Take the back
drilled
door.
a hole in the back of the ship.
Can I?
But yes,
can I,
and you have found a small training room, by the way, if that's what you
These
two are looking at.
holograms?
Nice.
yes.
Bunch of dynamite.
Okay.
Yeah. I will add that to your inventory later. I forgot to actually grab stats for that. I don't think that you're going to need them in this ship at this moment, because the
I
grenade will tear the ship apart. Potentially.
He's got a monkey with him in a safe
But yeah,
zone.
the food
He's
stores
just gonna
were
pick up the
found
briefcase, very
right
happy.
here. So I know the food stores were found by Katie earlier, and they're right here.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we're
I've
finding
just
So-
been walking into everywhere. I'm walking in places until Rachel tells me that something attacks me.
I think.
All right.
about to
I'm gonna do this room first, because the other room will be more like the larger room with the other body. But Aquaria, if you would like to make a perception or investigation check of this room, I will. The investigation would. I mean, you know what? I will say perception because it's food and you're familiar with food, but the perception is for also other things.
Okay. 21.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
The campaign is liking you guys today. I'm glad the dice
I
are
know.
liking you.
We really
It's
needed
like,
it.
So,
welcome
Aquaria.
back. We missed you.
Aquaria, with your wonderful knowledge of food, and also thinking back to what you did in the kitchen, you actually know how these, like, sort of food storage containers work to keep the fresher food fresher longer. And you know that it logs every time the container is opened so that you don't end up getting spoiled food. You can see that these specific containers were opened a few different times after the first two pods left.
Okay.
So the food is still mostly there, but someone was getting a little snacky before they took off for good.
Okay.
So why would you go to the food stores with the fridge? Or whatever was in the
Because
kitchen?
the fridge was left open and everything went spoiled.
But my point is, if you were already here, and you were on this ship, you could just close the fridge door. You would be here already. You'd be functioning around. So I'm thinking that someone else showed up to the ship between us and whatever happened here, and is also hunting this. We're dealing with a bounty hunter.
We're dealing with something.
We're dealing with a bounty hunter who came here, was here for a couple days.
Love brains sometimes. It's so great.
Can I investigate this crime scene?
Yes, so now we can move over to, so Aquaria, and also with that Aquaria, you can basically just take all of the leftover food when you guys leave, because they're not as big. They can be taken back through the airlock. All right. Let's head to the other cargo storage.
Why am I rolling so freaking good?
It was feeling bad for how many bad rolls that you got the last couple times we played.
No. Bruh.
And it's been a whole month. It's like, welcome back, celebration. Here, have some good rolls, because
Yeah.
this is also concerning because maybe if it's giving you good rolls now, maybe next session's not gonna
Like, yeah, next session it's gonna kill me.
You can't kill it. What can kill you? You're already dead.
You can't kill me, I'm already dead!
All right. So, in this room, you can see the fuel container is still decently full. Like, they burned a lot trying to get places quickly. But it's still got about half the fuel left that could be siphoned for your ship later. Most of the boxes that are here, which is less than in the other room, these ones some of them were specifically marked, and you can see the ones that were specifically marked. That is a logo that I created specifically. And if you zoom in on, I would say these ones are easier to see.
Very specific.
But if you zoom in, you all know this logo. This is the Galactic Federation logo.
Ah. That's why
So-
they're door sucked.
There are These are boxes from the Galactic Federation. The ship not necessarily from the Galactic Federation. Let me just clarify that.
Hatred of the
The
Galactic
ship's
Federation
full.
and hatred of doors is like one of the same key memory for her, okay?
Like, this ship stole from the Galactic Federation, remember? That's why we're here.
Yes, Ashley remembers. Jumper wants an excuse.
I just had the vision of like Jumper in the room just looking at these boxes, and then you like zoom into Jumper's head in the inside out way, and you see Jumper's little versions of themselves with emotions, and just like that's why the doors were locked. And you see the thing up behind him, and then you see projection of the door from 5 minutes ago.
Jumper, it's the anger version of Jumper just kicking a door hologram.
Yeah.
All right. So, this investigation check, this for the whole room, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm basically investigating the crime scene.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, did you do the whole thing, or are you doing the body first? Because I know that, I gave you the general overview of the room. Are you honing in on body first, or items? Or, boxes and stuff?
I'm more honing in on, what happened here. So I'm not looking for specific items, and I'm not good at, I can't really figure out cause of death, but I kind of am trying to piece together what's going on.
Okay.
Kind of like how we figured out in the kitchen that it was, a scuffle, and then that guy was murdered. That's kind of what she's looking for. It's like, what the fuck happened in here?
Okay. So the general overview of the room was, there's some boxes. You can definitely see that some of them were from the Galactic Federation, and you're assuming that at least some of those were a part, or might have been a part of the initial stolen stock. However, the boxes that were smaller and potentially more manageable to move over here, they have all been emptied.
Not the big ones.
I will say, the one that is not fully emptied, whatever was in there has been entirely dismantled and broken to pieces. Whatever it was. This container, much larger than the other ones, as you, fully push the sort of lid over, to fully remove it, because it was slightly cracked open, you realize it kind of opens almost like a lever door instead of, coming right off. And it doesn't look like it was carrying, equipment. It's really hard to tell what it might have been carrying, but it's got some weird sort of setup. It's almost like it's got layers of something that kind of make it look smaller on the inside than it looks from the outside. And kind of like feel, even though it's been a while since this ship has had whatever happened to it, you can feel the smallest amount of like just slightly colder energy. However, it's not actually active. Whatever this does, it's not active anymore. When you look at the way the body is laid, it is your opinion that this person, this crew member, came into the room, fiddled with this box in some way, and this person does not have a nice clean slice. This person has and this is a very obvious thing. You do not need a medicine check to see this. Because their head, the back of it has like caved a bit and has been like very badly like beaten into. This was not a clean injury. This was not a clean kill. So this person came into the room to fiddle with the box and then somehow ended up smashed into probably the fuel tank, if that streak of dark something it has anything to say about it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Jumper might have been right here. That seems like maybe some sort of whatever this weapon is. Seems like they might have fiddled with the case. The case got open, and they climbed out of the case and then killed the man. But that's just, I don't know. My conspiracy brain is going off here.
So you think the person was the weapon?
Can my cat talk?
No, your cat cannot talk.
Ah, dang it.
It can very mechanically just go, but it's like, it's got like a static to it because it's technically coming out of like a speaker.
But does it have like memory logs?
Yeah.
Oh!
Why is it there?
Like, could Techie hack into the cat and see if it has any like recordings?
Or can we
Of
even
sight?
plug her into our ship AI when we get back?
That might be possible. I will say make a technology check if you are familiar enough with the way that these types of mechanical pets or creatures work.
That's a 12.
If you're not confident, you're not touching the cat.
I was gonna say, you might want to bring it back to the ship first and then maybe see if Soul or Bit might have a little more information for you.
Yeah, this is technology with emotions. Jumper doesn't do emotion.
I'm gonna
Your cat is
stand-
safe.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna stand protectively over my cat.
You go to stand protectively over the cat, and the cat just sort of, almost like it was sensing that, just decides that it's going to kind of leap and kind of connect to the wall for a second before switching directions and landing on your shoulder. And it's just gonna like lay across
poor
your
cat.
shoulders. You now have a mechanical cat scarf.
Dad, do you see that?
Also, just for like the sake of knowledge, because Iris did a pretty decent thing. The platform that Iris is standing on is it's a special platform that like raises and lowers so that it can go down to the floor below it to put bigger stuff on.
Wait, there's a floor below?
No.
It's just a loading floor.
Oh,
It doesn't actually
okay.
hold anything. It's just so that it can like leave the ship to put things onto it and then come back up. Because it'd be very hard to get most of these other items up the staircase and through the airlock.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
as of, oh yeah, and then you're searching the body itself.
I think we need a good old-fashioned medicine check, right?
Well, we know how the
That is
body died
like
at this
that.
point, I assume.
True.
I
but
mean,
they could get additional
That's true.
information.
That's true.
No such thing as too much information. Let's go.
Not with this group, at least.
Nope, definitely not.
Getting better every time.
Nice.
Let's go.
That was a good one. It's a very good one. I like it. Excuse me. Oopsies.
All good, okay.
Okay. So,
Sar.
Uh-huh.
so,
Let's see what we can
Um,
find.
as you are sort of going through this, this person's body to try and figure out specifically the possible events that led to their demise, I think the blunt force trauma is very telling, first of all. It is very obvious, Blunt force trauma, most likely the cause of death. However, you don't exactly know how it went from opening a crate to being blunt force traumatized. As you are, kind of looking through, just as you were I wasn't gonna inspect the head quite that closely, but because it was pretty obvious that it was kind of crushed on the backside. But then you're like, no, I need to do a thorough job, because you rolled a 23, so you're gonna do a thorough job. And as you're kind of getting a closer look at the face, you're even kind of wiping away some of the blood that kind of pooled forward. As you wipe, you see these 3 almost it looks almost like a burn mark, but immediate cauterization sort of a thing, but they're pinpricks. The smallest of a light laser, just 3 small impacts, almost right in the head, enough to really cause a stumble and possibly even some vision issues right off the bat. Which is the only thing that seems to set this apart from the other 2 bodies. There was no attempt to slice a throat here.
It's
In
something
fact, there's
jabbed
no
and left.
notice of a physical weapon, unless that weapon was laser related and small enough to make those pinpricks.
All of these
That's
people
two.
died in vastly different ways.
The only similarity is the other 2 had slices.
I
But
guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
one
other-
of them had the full
The
slice,
other one
and the
had
other one had a
actual
half.
burn marks. This one just has pokey marks.
It's like Pokemon, but marks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
well,
trauma?
probably more than one person. I mean, we don't kill people the same way. I shoot things, and gestures to Iris and goes, Iris poisons people.
And bonk.
You bonk people. Schnitzel, I don't think you ever hurt anybody in your life, so kill him with kindness, I guess. And Henry,
Henry,
what
Henry,
is it that you do?
Henry just transfers
Run
his
him
arm to a
over?
cannon again.
Kills them with bigger bullets than I do.
The bigger the better.
Okay, and then as you are finishing up, you to really thoroughly make sure that this body had no other injuries, especially after seeing those pinpricks, you are much more thorough about it. And as you shift some of the clothing, there's almost pressed against the skin, somehow clean of most of the blood along this body, there is a folded piece of paper. And when you unfold this piece of paper, it is covered in a script that you have never seen before.
Would Eyes of the Runekeeper help right now?
You can absolutely try.
I am going to try.
Go for it.
I am good at reading things.
Also, I love your little robot kitty. It's so cute. It's so adorable.
Do you want me to roll for this, or?
Eyes of the Runekeeper, I believe it's...
It should just be a thing where I can read all writing.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm just gonna double check that so that I know the exact thing that it says. Eyes of the Runekeeper. Yeah, you can read all writing. Okay. I'm assuming that it's for languages that exist, in terms of it being a rune. The weird thing about this is it's not a real language that you can pick out. At least it is not one that has ever pinged on your Eyes of the Runekeeper before.
Yeah.
However, there are a few words that, or at least there's like the way that the symbols are, you kind of make a you know what, I will actually have you roll, and I will allow you to roll an investigation with advantage because you have your Eyes of the Runekeeper up. And depending on what you get, I will allow specific words through.
Okay, so with advantage.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is a 21.
Oh,
And the
that's
second
good.
one is a 24.
Actually, it's a
Oh
20. It's a
my
29.
gosh.
Actually, flash of genius.
Okay. That is very good to know because this is going to give you some interesting things. The first thing, and this is why it confused you so much, because the first thing that you read on this doesn't make sense as to why this is what it would say. But you see the words L-ass. E-L space A-S-S.
The ass.
Class.
The ass
And then
is thick.
it's like,
Two C's.
you can tell that the amount of like want that you have to know what this says, it's like you are literally magically pressing your will into reading this, and for a moment you don't think you're gonna get anything more than maybe a word or two, and then despite being in a ship in the middle of space with no air, technically, the paper flutters.
Ooh, mm-mm.
And
Out
then
of my
you get a couple more words. It's not a lot, but they swim into focus for a moment. You see frost nips, silver
Nips.
sea.
The ass and the nips. Who's got frosty nips up in here?
You
talking about
see
ass and
frost nips, silver sea, seek orb, hound on a trail, and then at the very end you see with love.
Can I roll anything to try to piece together from my knowledge of space what these things might be referencing as like landmarks?
I will allow you to try. I'm gonna really quick copy the words that you could read, and then I am going to send an image of what the actual language looks like.
Yeah, I'd
because I
appreciate that.
specifically found a translator for a very specific type of language that you cannot reverse translate. I am not kidding when I say I tried. It turns it into an SVG file when you try. So hold on. It's taking a second because I have to grab them from the individual points because I wasn't expecting such a high fucking roll. You're stressing.
We're just silly today.
We're just good.
Yeah, no, you're doing
good.
like that's super awesome, and you're getting some good shit from this. So I'm proud of that for sure.
We went through
okay,
a training
last one.
montage off camera.
We showed up for session ready.
We've been training this whole month for this.
Yeah, we were jogging up the stairs.
All right. This
Rocky
is what
music
you were
playing in the
able to
background.
translate. I can't look at the second bit of words you get because of Katie.
Frost nips.
I just look at that and all I
Nips.
see is nips.
Yeah.
You said
So
ass
I-
first. You expect me
You
to
said
not think of
the ass has frosty nips. That's what you said.
I know,
We got ass and
but
nips.
still.
I mean-
Okay.
Okay.
Did you expect anything else from us here, Rachel?
This is. Oh wait, hold on. Let me make sure that you
What?
can't read what I titled that note because I very specifically can't have that word in there, or it gives literally everything away. Hold on.
Oh.
the name of the note is Frosty
Listen,
Nips.
I'm not gonna say I was already thinking of that, but
I am
Wait,
now
you mean what?
changing what it is called because I did in fact have a very specific name written on there that would give very interesting things to you guys to play with later. Because I was writing, the note to this person. Now it is just strange note.
Is
The note is much
alas
longer
just
than the words you
misspelled
got.
alas?
Okay, but what would you
Okay.
like me to roll to try to make some kind of connections?
Yes, right, connections, brain.
Intelligence?
Yeah, well, I mean,
For
she just
chat,
rolled so good.
this is the
Honestly,
note.
hold on, I can also add it to Foundry. That takes me a second.
no, it's
longer,
okay.
so
I'm showing it to chat quickly. Like
you can barely see it.
Yeah,
Because
it's
the
so
light.
Got a white screen.
it's coming.
and
It's coming across on my stream better.
Okay.
Like it's
that's
squiggles.
fine.
Oh yeah, it is. I see the scribbles.
Yeah.
very pretty
Yeah.
scribbles.
You guys have the shitty camera. They have the good camera.
I'm actually, so if you give me a second to think about it, I'm actually going to just try and give this to you because you did roll a 24 with your
29.
high additive, or 29, because there's no reason for me not to give you the information because that would just be stupid. I just need to.
I was hoping you get 25 so I could push you to 30. It'd be really funny.
It is an image page. There we go. Create.
Is this the
page. Is
exact
just what it's-
punctuation that she reads too?
Um.
Like the capital E-L and capital A?
Yes.
Okay.
That part is very much a chosen, like, capitalization. The punctuation, like the commas, are just there to show you, like, the different parts, like, each section. It's not necessarily exactly what was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Select file. Save to entry. Save. Okay. Now I can make this available to all of you. Save. Okay. Now if you go into journal, which is the one that looks like a book, you can open the strange note yourself and see it
We can-
nice and big
Cool.
for
Frosty Nips.
everyone. But
Last frosty nips.
so hold on, let me actually pull up the full note so that I can look at the context of the note. So from the minor words, oh, I forgot, you also saw orb in there. I forgot, orb. Seek orb was in between there. And that's
The
the
good thing-
order in which you see them as well, in the note. So top to bottom. Yeah. So it's not a lot to go off of, but the connections that you're kind of pulling is that whoever was writing this note was talking about being cold, or about the cold. Silver Sea is something that you almost innately think about when you're, thinking about specific areas in space, especially places that have a lot of cold to them, because a lot of the celestial bodies tend to be more like white, icy, things like that. So it almost, if there's a lot of them, it looks like a silver sea of stars, kind of a thing. seeking an orb, or at least you're assuming those words are connected because they're fairly close together where you saw them when they swam into view. That's a weird sort of way to, or at least you're not sure what kind of orb they may be seeking, but they're looking for something, but something is on their trail. And obviously, it's possible that with love is that they're trying to talk to someone they care about, and that the note was meant for them.
What if we're the hound?
Pork.
Work.
No,
Is-
we're the cat.
Has Aquaria
Oh yeah.
We have
informed us of what she can read?
I would have as
Okay.
soon as I processed, I would have let you know what I've translated.
This is probably a really dumb question. The orb they're seeking, could that be the planet that's supposed to be mysteriously here but not here? Or is that, like, too
Umbra?
dumb? Rachel's trying really hard to keep her face straight.
I'm also like, I was like, and then I'm like rereading the note, and I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna make of this if they actually had the full thing read out. Because the fun thing is, it's not straightforward, as you might think. Nothing ever is, though.
Well, yeah. I just can't get over the fact that I know it doesn't make sense, but on our ship, don't we have someone whose name is Elias or whatever? Right, the doctor?
Yeah,
His name?
Dr. Elias.
El ass just reminds me of Elias, and I'm like, I know that is probably not a connection, but I just keep thinking it.
It would explain a lot about him, though.
Yeah, he's been a very sussy-wussy man.
Oh my goodness.
I actually have...
You also still have connection to the captain. You can always bring him and let him know what you guys have been finding.
I have two questions quickly, if that's okay. One,
Yeah.
did this man have any identifying features as to what his rank was among the crew? I don't think we got that.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't say anything about that. There's nothing to say that he's like somebody like the second in command. He just looks like he might just be a regular crewmate, but this crew isn't like, it's not like a military crew where you're in ranked clothing. Like, they're a smuggling ship, so clothing itself would also be a little bit hard to identify rank because they kind of wear what's comfy, what's useful, what they can afford, you know, all of the different things that could change their clothing. But it doesn't look like he has anything that claims an importance of rank.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of smugglers probably don't keep their identifying information on their bodies at all times.
No, that's entirely valid.
Probably not.
That being said, I'm not sure if this is intentional, but I've been trying to open the doors to the bedrooms over here, and I cannot. I'm incapable of clicking.
Oh, did I I think I just forgot
I think you
unlock
either
those.
didn't unlock them or just deleted the doors. I couldn't tell you which right now.
No, I definitely forgot to unlock them because I was focused on everywhere else in the ship. You're good.
I'm curious. I want to come look.
I think my character's broken because I can't click or interact with things anymore.
Oh. Hold
Oh,
on.
no.
Maybe
Let
just
me-
refresh.
I can interact with it as long as someone else is here. Cool. That's fine.
Huh.
Is that blood?
You just need the buddy system.
Yeah. Henry's not allowed to go alone right now. Also, what the fuck is that? Is that just a panel? Yeah, that's the panel. Okay.
It's actually like a chest of drawers. Like, it's like a shelving
Okay.
unit sort of a thing that's
BRB, I
got
gotta
like
go to the
a
bathroom.
it's got like a glass cover so that
Close
things
the
don't
door.
start flying if there's
Watch.
turbulence or a storm.
Um,
Feel free to roll an investigation check on the crew's quarters. And I will say, like, technically there's like layers to it, and there's like 2 people per room, but like force the fact that I only have so much space to visually show, there's only 2 visible rooms at the moment, but there is enough for everybody to have a sleeping space.
Okay.
Or at least there's enough for them to rotate, I should say, to rotate shifts. Like, there's about 8 beds in one go.
sure.
Just can't see them all.
That was a 19 on my investigation.
Oh my god, such high numbers from the whole squad.
I'm sorry, I rolled a 10.
I wasn't saying it in a negative way.
Okay. So you're kind of going through the rooms here, and you were the first one to technically arrive in this room as well. So this room is pretty clear, like, you can tell that, like, each person probably had, like, a shelf of some personal, like, stuff. However, because it is a communal, like, shift sleep, it's not, like, personal stuff's flying all over the place. It's a pretty clean room, this one here. There's not a lot in it. As you were going through the other room, you do actually find almost like it may have fallen from a book or possibly something else. Maybe it was a printout. It's hard to tell because it's partially, one of them is partially ripped, and the other one looks like it was literally just like a small printout that, honestly, you're not even sure why it's in here. It doesn't make sense. However, you do find 2 more coded notes.
I had a feeling. I knew it in my bones. I knew
Personal
it.
effect.
Okay.
One of them looks like it might have been torn from a journal. The other one looks like it was a printed transmission of some kind, or at least that's the sort of paper it looks like it was on. I will, however, just, make these, I want to make sure that I've renamed these 2 before I fuck it up. And I'm just going to add a couple pages to these entries for you. Nope, not a PDF. It is an image. Because I definitely had fun making these little coded notes. Because they are all different. They all look different. Hold on, I just want to make sure I'm grabbing the right ones. Jeezums. Because I accidentally downloaded them in a specific format and then had to fix it. So, that's a JPEG. And that's the JPEG. Because I accidentally opened one and made it a PNG, and it was transparent, and I was like, I can't read that, ever. So, select file, save entry. There we go. Let me save that again, because I actually once again, and then add another page, another image. And that will be the journal entry thing. He's fun. I'm really excited for when I get to tell you at least one of them, especially the coded note. That was a really fun thing to find. Okay. Save entry. Okay. So you should have all 3 there in the strange note journal.
Yeah.
The journal entry one does look like it was handwritten.
Okay. Similar to what Aquaria was doing before, can I try, going on the fact that this looks like a coded note,
Would you like to roll a data check?
a data check?
Would you like? I need you to roll a data roll for the coded note.
Data roll. That's
Yes.
just intelligence plus proficiency if I happen to have proficiency in it?
If you have proficiency in that skill, you'd add proficiency. Otherwise, it's just intelligence. Yeah.
Okay.
Which for
sure.
you is still fucking stupid, but
Listen, he's smart, but he's also a dumbass, and I love it. 21.
Okay. This coded note is written in binary.
Yeah, I immediately looked at him like, wait, I actually recognize that.
I found a thing that let me type in binary, and I was like, this
Yeah.
is perfect for a coded note.
Yeah.
However, you do know that if you bring this back to the ship, soul or bit would absolutely be able to translate for you like that.
Yeah.
Binary is not technically a language that can be like read with regular eyes. Otherwise, I'd say your Eyes of the Runekeeper would work for that. However, the journal entry is a written language and could be read with the Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Okay.
If you would like to.
Yeah, if you give me the
Which I-
page, I will use my skill to read it.
What would you do if Sitar just said, "Nah, I'm good"? Like, you could read this journal. Nah, walks away. I'm going to get cooking supplies.
I mean, you could. Okay. Let me find the thing. Ah, there it was. Nope, that's there we go. Okay, switch, thank you. Took a second. Sometimes my machine decides to not actually do the thing. All right.
How dare.
I will, you know what? I'm gonna send this first to Zatara as a DM. You can read it out to them.
Oh ho ho.
Because you're the only one who can read it, technically. So I will allow you to be the one to share.
Oh boy.
Oh, that means that she's gonna find some secret shit that she's not gonna want to share. I love it. I hate it, but I love it.
We successfully managed to swipe the weapons from under the feds. Dropped a decoy into the toxic lake bed on the dark side of Vespera before taking the galactic corridor to the Arctic Arch. En route to Frostholm to drop off the main weapon cache. The cryo crates to be housed on Umbra until ready for deployment.
That sounds like pretty much everything that has happened so far. Minus
So
the
you think
killing.
that this might have come from the captain's travel journal?
Mm.
Where's the rest of the journal?
See, you're just voicing my thought process.
I know, which is why I voiced it, because I knew that's where your head was.
Something went amiss with this plan, it seems.
Have we checked this room out thoroughly as well? I don't
Which
recall.
room are you pointing
We
at?
went in there.
The
Yeah, it was basically the TVs were smashed and the projection device was just a projection device. Like, it didn't house any actual, like, storage in it. It's just, it sends a 3D holograph when you connect it to a device. But for the most part was basically emptied. And there was, other than the 2 smashed TVs, which I feel like were just frustration smashes potentially, because there's no other damage in this room. It doesn't even look like anyone was potentially in here when all of this went down.
What about the weird looking scorch mark right here, though?
Yeah, I thought that was blood or something.
That is actually a splash of blood. So somebody might have been sleeping when the attack was happening. Maybe a
What
couple
happened to that
somebodies,
body?
but
Everyone else's bodies were here. What happened to this one?
they might have been injured and made their way to another location in the ship.
Yeah, there are.
But there's no
other
blood trail. There'd be a
There
blood
is,
though.
trail.
There is.
There's a pool
There is?
here and
There's-
here.
Yeah.
Am I just blind? Am
Aquarius
I
standing
might
on
be
it.
blind.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, there is not.
doing the investigation, and we're like, "Where's the blood stain?" They're like, "Queer, can you like take
I don't
a step to the right?" Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's this person. It's this person if you follow the trail down. You have it right here, and then you have another one here,
Oh.
and then you have one here. Sorry, Rachel,
Did
do I
they
need to
stumble
actually roll to
into
know
here
that?
and die?
No, that's honestly players are allowed to use their own brains. They don't always have to roll for it, unless your player is an idiot
Like
and
me.
wouldn't make those connections.
I am
I'm
an
an
idiot
idiot.
sometimes. I don't know where that came from. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go just follow the splatters.
Like, for me, if I was playing Simi and I connected that in my head, I wouldn't outright just go and do it, because Simi, for the most part, doesn't put a lot of connections together. However, I could try and find a way in character to kind of be like, ooh, so much blood, look how it goes! And then let someone else do it. Depends on how I'm feeling that
Luckily,
day.
my character is
Is a
smarter
smarty-pants.
than me, so. But yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like they may have ran. It looks like they ran
Right
over
to the
here,
kitchen.
grabbed something, and then like the frying pan has blood all over it too. So, frying pan might have been a murder weapon at some point. Who knows?
Would anybody like to make a survival check to see, or something like that, to see if they can... Actually, Schnitzel, if you want to make another medicine check too, that could do it.
Okay.
Did you still want us to roll survival or no?
Oh.
If you would like to roll like a survival or an investigation, something that to try and see what this possible blood trail and thing could have been.
I rolled a 23 on survival.
Damn.
So, following the way that the trail kind of worked, at least in the best way that you're thinking the series of events could have been, it's possible that this person was attacked in their bed, and the person that attacked them assumed that that would take care of them, and maybe went to head somewhere else. And this person was able to move long enough to make it across, but not actually survive from that. In fact, they may have gone to try and alert more of the crew, which could be
And
why
that's
this
why
room is
everything's
so
on the
badly
floor.
destroyed. Because unlike maybe a couple of other places, the surprise attack didn't go as nicely as planned.
I actually would like to make another investigation stream, if that's okay.
In which room?
In the room we're in right now.
Sure.
This room?
Yeah.
Oh, we've already done that.
I want.
Yeah, I got a nat 20 in this room.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did. That's true.
Yeah.
What were you looking for specifically? Because it may be just something I didn't think of, but
That's true. Okay, never mind then. I forgot you got the nat 20 in this room.
Yeah.
yeah, like were you looking for something in specific, or
Because I'm trying to think of like locations for journals, and if the captain made it, if that was the captain and he made it to this room, then he could have like tossed it in the garbage or something so they wouldn't get it. Like I'm trying to think of like thought processes of like where he could
yeah.
have gone. But you got the
No.
nat 20 in this room, so there's no point. It's not in this room then, because you would have definitely.
yeah, you didn't find anything. I mean, I will say that technically the garbage can is like an incinerative
Yeah.
type thing. So like you put something in and it zaps it into like ash, so
Yeah.
that you're not carrying mountains of trash in space where you can't really get rid of it.
Yeah.
But mostly aside from that,
I
you've
have
pretty
one
much
more-
searched this whole ship. So yeah, if you have anything else.
I have one more thought, because we kind of brushed over this training room.
Also,
Does
the
this
holograms are not.
training- They're not active?
Was training? So technically they're not active right now, but I really wanted to. It looked really cool, so I
Yeah,
wanted
they
to
look
like.
cool.
This is what it would be if you were actively like turning it on and trying to do it. This is what it would look like. I just wanted to make it obvious as to what it was, but
The thing I wanted to ask about this room is if one of our techie friends can maybe try and see if there's logs in here about what they used the room for, when it was last used, if it has any kind of recordings, because like I know they wiped the main recordings from the security cameras, but like I feel like a training room would record like your training sessions. So if someone was maybe
That is true.
training, maybe it picked up some audio. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm thinking about.
That's an interesting thought.
I like it. I want to do it.
You can certainly try.
Do it, tech people, because I am smart, but Iris don't know. shit
I
about
am smart, but I'm
technology.
not that kind of smart.
Yeah.
She knows
I can
chemical
make it, tech.
compounds, not computers.
Yeah,
And
she's
if,
biochem.
Yeah.
If someone wants to assist the other, like, you can still have your advantage.
Do you have
of
proficiency in the
rolls.
datas? Or is it,
I don't
is
think
it
either of
technology
you
or is
have
it datas?
proficiency.
Is it datas
No,
or
I
It's
have
data
proficiency
when
data.
it is specific to, like, going through the digital files and things like that. It's data, but for,
Okay.
like, technology and mechanical things and connecting stuff to it, that's different.
Do you want to roll one too, Ashley?
Oh, sure, we can both roll.
Yeah. Not that it's a competition or anything.
Between me and you, it always is.
Yes.
I think you're gonna win though.
Okay. I got a 21.
13.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I did win.
no.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I've been making a lot of data checks
That's true.
lately.
Henry's coming at the end. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, actually, there are, like, training logs in this room because it is on its own circuit, in a way. Like, it still connects to the rest of the ship, technically, for power, but everything is, like, programmed in the room itself through the system of this, like, holographic training center. The one thing that you do see that while there is actually, like, the machine itself actually records the person training as though it was, like, almost like another hologram. So, like, you can see the holograms moving, and then you can see, like, a slightly different sort of colored form that is doing training on, like, the different logs you're scrolling through. However, this room being one that is specifically meant to be having a lot of shooting and attacking and potential noise is actually soundproofed from the inside so that it's not accidentally, like, alerting sleeping crew members and them thinking that they're under attack or something.
That makes sense.
But yeah, you can see that it was getting at least fairly regular use until actually just partially after they stole the shipment. According to the dates, they didn't have as much time to sit and do training when they had to be as vigilant as possible, you'd assume. But it still got a couple of more uses, but it was probably a good 2 days before the pods were the first 2 pods were shot that it was last used. So it wasn't used immediately before the thing. And when it is turned off, like, it doesn't record because then it's not
Worth a
used.
shot.
Yeah.
It was a good thought, actually. That was a really good thought. I had to think about how it would work. Like,
Yeah.
it was like this was an afterthought for me that I was like, it looks cool, and then you came up with, how did this mechanical thing potentially give us advantage? Like, I don't know. How does this work?
Yeah. Because I was just picturing, like, oh man, what if someone was in a training session and then you can hear, like, the person, like, crawling across the floor to the kitchen or something like that. Like, you can hear stuff from the outside. Like, that would have been
Skitter.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, hear
that
a
would've been
monster
really cool.
scream and it's like, that would give us a clue. Oh my god, there was a monster.
I think if they weren't so close to their destination, there might have been more people training, but they were all would have been pretty, like, ready to
Yeah.
do their job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've been hired to do this. Like,
Get a real job, scum.
but yeah, you've pretty thoroughly explored this ship at this point.
Guess it's time to land on the planet. Hee hee.
Yeah.
Or at least head back and find out what that other note says.
True.
Should we bring the crates with us?
And the engines.
Yeah.
The empty crates?
So I will say, like, you might be able to drag, like, the smaller empty crates here. This would be a little bit large to physically carry. Like, this one would have had to land so that these platforms could be released to get it off the ship. It might
Can
make it out
Iris
these
make
doors.
a roll?
It's not specifically because you're not strong enough, but because the shape would not let it go through all of the staircases and corridor type smaller places, and it would not fit through the airlock crawl space.
The one
sort of
time
thing.
I don't take enlarge reduce.
Enlarge reduce is a physical thing for a creature, though.
No, I think you can use it on objects, can't you?
I did a very specific ruling for the ship when you guys were in natural disasters, but it was like a specially made spell
Okay.
that the captain created for that purpose.
I do have a question for you too, Rachel. So you said that the whatever was inside of the big crate, it had been smashed to pieces, right?
It was actually one of the smaller crates.
Oh, I want to collect those pieces.
Sure. I will allow you to collect that rubble.
I want to steal some of the food, and I'm taking the cat.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking all of the food, and you're
Yeah,
definitely
okay.
walking over, and you are lifting up. Actually, I feel like you probably go to lift up, like, the machine that the cat, and all of its, like, technology is housed in, and then it would have been like, Iris, Strunk, pick up! Because it's a little heavy.
Iris, please come help me.
Just for future reference, I did look it up, and enlarge reduce does work on objects.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah. Creature or object within range.
Well-
Yep.
Oh, no, I made it specific for the time it lasts.
That's
what I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Because it
'Cause
needed
this
to
normally
last
only
from the
lasts
ship.
a minute. So like,
Yeah,
in
that's
order
what it
to make
was.
this, like, if I had enlarge reduce, we would have to drag this thing to the door, reduce it, run for a minute, and
Yeah.
then.
We got enough
Actually-
people to do that.
But I don't have that
Actually-
spell, unfortunately.
If anybody would like to roll an intelligence check, there was something in one of the notes that might help you.
23.
I'm doing it. Go, 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 go. Oh,
23.
you did better.
What did you get?
Rip.
Ashley.
24. Not 2024.
Another.
Hashtag 2024.
Do I burn my last?
Okay.
Do I burn my last
second
one?
Excuse you.
No, it's fine. You guys both get this basically almost at the same time.
Okay.
From
We
the
need to-
note.
Hey, you won the last intelligence competition, Dylan. It's my turn.
Sure.
And getting more is not going to get you any more information
That's fair.
at this point.
No, I know. It's all right. It's not about getting more. It's about winning.
Yes.
So, thinking back to the note that you got, which actually I forgot, I can now post this in the... Oh, no, click on myself. I can also now post the words into the main chat as well for you guys. But the last sentence in that note was the cryo crates to be housed on Umbra until ready for deployment. Now that you're thinking about it, that looks a little bit like the inside of a freezer. The way that the walls are extended on the inside to house the cryo tech that would freeze anything inside of it.
But they took the stuff out.
Yes. Or at least whatever was in there is not. But it could have just been the crate.
Two very simple questions. The Galactic Corridor to Arctic Arch. So Arctic Arch is the main waypoint.
Galactic Corridor, yeah. So the Galactic Corridor would have been the one that took you from the Seraphim system to the Aegis system.
Yeah.
And then the Arctic Arch is, I believe, I'm going to have to review this. I think it is the one that takes you from the Aegis system to the Cryos system.
Yeah.
Technically, I think it takes you out closer to Glacius. Let me look.
I remember
that up.
you said the other pathway. I'm just more or less confirming that the pathway that we would have normally traditionally taken is what is being referenced.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I have to double check the Arctic Arch. Is it the normal one or is it also the fast tunnel? Yeah, that is the regular intersystem wormhole from between the Aegis system to the Cryos system.
Because we took the fast path to get
And-
here so that we would get here when they were here, basically.
Yes, which also means that they would have come out closer to the Glacius planet and not Frostholm, which you are hovering over.
Yeah.
So they did travel a little bit before this all happened.
Okay. Can I also, before we leave the ship, I'd also like to get the exact coordinates of where the escape pods were like supposed to land on the planet, if that is possible. I'm not sure because depending on the type of pod, like it might have the log of like where it would be like trying to land, or it's just like yeet to planet and hope it lands.
If you want to head back there, because it's like you were checking to see when they deployed when you went in there, but you weren't specifically looking for where they landed. So I will allow you to do that to get coordinates.
Yeah.
It's not going to take long because it's not like a super secured system because it is there for emergency exit. The first 2 pods, they look like they were more slapdash chosen because it doesn't seem to specifically hone into where you would be easily accessible to get to a safe place. The 3rd pod, however, was aimed not directly at where the research station would be, but near enough that it would not be a long travel, but would not be immediately noticeable from the station.
Okay.
That somebody had come down.
Looks like we're going to the research station, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been thinking, trying to figure out ways to bring the cryo crate with us. How heavy is it?
You did say that you wanted to tow this to the planet.
Yeah.
You could just take the ship to the planet and then do it.
If we're
then.
taking the whole ship,
Yeah,
then that's
we-
fine.
That's why I wasn't making it a big deal, because I'm like, you can't take it out now. But
Yeah, no,
you can
Jumper
still
and
get
Henry
to it
want the
later.
whole ship. We're taking these engines.
Okay, that's fine.
And we're probably going to use parts to help repair the hull.
Yeah, and then also means that Aquaria will get all of the remaining food stores for your ship.
And
Yeah,
my
let's
cat
just take the whole
charging
thing.
station.
Yep. And a
Yeah.
couple extra sets and an extra set of chairs for the dining table.
Cast, enlarge, reduce on the ship, put in pocket.
Yo! We'll just
It only
die in
makes
space.
it go down a little bit. It
I
wouldn't
know.
make it
It
miniature.
only goes down a little bit.
We'll cast it large,
It would be a
reduce
little bit.
multiple times.
Stack them.
Can't stack. I'm pretty sure it doesn't
Can you
stack.
stack
anyway.
them if different people cast them? I know none of us
Yes.
have the spell,
Yes.
but now I'm curious.
Yes, you can. I can confirm, yes.
Cause
Build it
Okay.
into
no,
Iron
I'm
Party
just
based
asking
around
because
I am
Summer has
so glad.
one. Haru can eventually get that spell too, so.
Don't worry, you can make fire as big as you want later.
Oh.
Anyway,
No, Blake will do that for him. It's fine.
Oh, I think he broke Rachel.
You better shut up.
So ass and nips.
fade to black.
Y'all, we gotta get back to our ship like yesterday.
Please get back to the ship.
You need to get back
need
to the
to
ship.
just
Kara, Briar, and Summer, the 3-way.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna say you guys do all the things you need to do on the ship, and then you head back to yours, okay? How does that sound? Does that sound good? Are you happy about that? Because we're gonna do that. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Everyone's dead. Rip in peace.
I just came back to see Ash sunk into her chair.
He
Okay.
gave you was like the disappointed mother look. I was like, oh, I need to stop talking now.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you guys head back to the ship, and I'm going to assume you call an all hands assemble at the table so that we can debrief and go over all the shit that we found. So I'm just gonna drag all the peoples.
That's me.
All of the Captain went too far. Captain. Ori. Pick a seat.
Wait, where
Any
are we
seat.
meeting?
The
At the
big
dinner
dining room
table.
table. Big dinner table, big cantina. Because this is where we do our meetings. I gotta switch my headphones because my headphones
Except we
just
had one meeting over here.
low. There we go. Gotta put my other headphone in so that I don't Oh yeah, the captain is no longer prone, by the way.
Nah, he's army crawling, baby.
Around the whole time.
The whole time.
Stand up.
He lost his legs in the
No
great
one offered
warp
to help
gate.
him up after he fell either. We were all just like, he'll be fine.
Oh no, he got up like almost right away. I just forgot because we were so involved in other stuff.
Like the idea that we come back and he's just laying on the floor.
Hey
If
guys, how you
anything, he
doing?
probably would have just like done a full sit up, shifted, and just leaned against the like console. Just been like, all right, guess I'm waiting here. Gotta wait for everyone to come back. Okay, so first things first. What do you want to tell? Like, how do you start this? Do you want to immediately have the other note, the binary note, translated?
I think
Because
that's
can do
probably
that.
the step number 1, because that will give us more information and how we transfer the information to the captain, I think.
Okay. So you pass the note over to Soul because you know that Soul will be able to translate that almost in real time. So let me... This was... As she is translating this note for you, you can tell that this note was most definitely sent probably less than an hour before possibly whatever this happened. Because this note was sent to somewhere on Frostholm telling them that we are landing. The Revenant to Frostholm. We are landing. Brief, classified. Precautions for our arrival. Captain Zarek Thorne, the Revenant.
They were about to land and then all hell broke loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Weird. What do we do about that?
Give Captain the rest of the information of, oh yeah, they're all dead.
Well,
At least
Or
3.
at least 3 of them are.
Okay, 3 of them are dead. The rest of them went down in escape pods on
and
different
they took
days.
the stuff out of the boxes.
Yeah. The
And is that the only thing you found? Like this note? I mean, even that's pretty telling.
We found 2 other notes. One was in binary. Well, the one that was in binary. Then we found a journal entry from the captain that Aquaria was able to translate, and then we found the last note. Can't really read. I know that's a first for us, but he kind of just like shrugs.
Are you going to like show the note, or are you just gonna say
I'm
you have
assuming
one?
it's on Aquaria, so he'll just like gesture to Aquaria to pass it over.
Sure, if I still have it, I'll pass it over.
Okay. Just a couple of things real fast.
Uh,
Okay.
Rollies?
No, we're good. No worries. All's good.
Can I
good.
incite the DM? Second rollies?
Oh,
The DM is trying the DM is trying to find her notes.
She's rolling in chat.
no, I rolled
She's
twice
rolling.
in.
Rachel, I was trying to cover for you, girl.
It's
I
really
got
hard to cover when you physically watching me roll.
You're just accidentally hitting the wrong buttons. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We see Rachel
absolutely.
doing this and then rolling a die, and Ashley's like, she's looking through her
Roll
notes.
to see if she can find her notes. Obviously.
Now, guys, I have no reason in character to do this, but as a player, I really just want to insight check the doc.
Yeah? Yeah?
I actually,
LS!
Go ahead!
fuck it. You know what? I'll do it.
I'm not good
Go
at these sorts of
ahead.
things. I don't think Iris is smart enough to do this.
Do I have an inside check?
Here, I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
YOLO. What if I roll well? Nope.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
That's okay.
Um, 21.
I mean, it's not going to take much because his deception meets it, beats it, and you wanted to roll insight, and his deception wasn't great. In fact, he has a really hard time disguising anything because as soon as he gets a glimpse of the writing on that paper, his entire body tenses, blood drains from his face, and he is over the table grabbing the note to the point where, like, he falls off the table and is, like looking at this note.
I was right? He
You're-
is Senor
And-
S!
And as you are looking at him, his shoulders start shaking. And he turns to the rest of you. Where did you find this?
On the ship, we just said that.
She shouldn't.
She?
Sir,
And then-
you might have saved my life, but I suggest you start talking before I put one of these in one of your legs.
You just hear Henry in the background. She?
And not quite able to stop a couple of tears from falling, he recites what this note says to you. With a bit of a watery laugh at first, because yes, it does in fact say L ass.
It's like a nickname!
The rest of the note
Cigar ass.
reads, "The frost nips at my fingers as I drift in the void, adrift on the silver sea. The stars whisper secrets, but their tales are faint. Lost in the cold expanse, I seek a whispering orb, a beacon with a stronger voice than this silent siren. My compass points to the closest sanctuary of knowledge, a haven where I might hear your voice again. I know you're a hound on my trail, relentless and true, so I send this message on the wings of a raven, just to say hello. Your merry band of wanderers are like shadows in the twilight, curious creatures, dancing to an unseen tune. They wear their mysteries like masks at a masquerade, each one a puzzle wrapped in laughter. With love, until our stars align once more. Lie, Laura." And I will post that for you guys to read.
I can't believe I figured it out. I can't believe I figured it out.
I love that
Surprise,
Katie
lady.
got that.
Yeah.
The L-ass.
I
Yes.
was like, no, this can't be right. It's just a long shot.
And then he takes a shuddery breath. This is my sister. And I haven't seen her in years.
What's with the weird language?
I don't know. She's always had flowery speech, but this is beyond what I'm familiar.
You were able to read it.
Well, oh, the writing. I thought you meant the way
Yeah.
that she was speaking. Oh, no, this.
The writing.
my God. Correct.
The L-ass part. Although
I
that might
feel
fit
like
the
that's
word
honestly-
thing.
The fact that we can't read a goddamn word.
I think that he actually does respond like that because he may be really smart, but he's in emotion right now, and emotions
Yeah.
don't carry over to intelligence.
Then Henry
Um,
Henry will break the mold there and just be like, I think she meant the weird language that you can read that none of us can.
Leolora created it when we were young. We're the only ones who know how to read it. It's only a written language. I don't know how she knew I was coming. But thank you.
Clearly she knew you were part of this ship, right?
Yes, Dylan.
Sorry, I was letting Katie's thought process go first. Can I inside check the captain now?
Sure.
Because, I mean,
Everyone.
well, my logic is, hey, if she knew he was coming, then maybe the captain informed? 12.
Confident.
There's no. The captain is looking at Elias like he's like, what the fuck, man? Like he actually quite says like, you have family?
Oh,
Like living family? Cause
Wait,
Elias
all
has only
orphans?
been here like maybe a couple months. Like he's the most recent to the ship.
Now I just
was
check
any-
the AI. Sorry, go ahead.
Was any of the dead bodies women?
Not that you saw. They looked either male or fairly androgynous. I mean, unless you were outright, like, stripping them literally.
Okay, I guess
Checking for
rephrase.
frostiness.
Anybody look like our dear beloved doctor, but slightly
No.
more feminine?
No.
And or
There
dead.
was nobody that resembled, Elias in form, female or otherwise.
Cool. I was just gonna say, now, your sister wasn't, like, adopted, right? Because I'm just trying to think about the dead bodies we saw, and I just want to make sure none of them are her.
I think he physically gets up and starts putting on a suit because he wants to go make sure.
Right? She goes,
Aw,
hey,
baby boy.
if she ain't adopted, then she wasn't one of the ones that were dead in there because they don't look anything like you at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if she was adopted, then we might have more of an issue.
No. No, she is my biological sister.
But then she's down on the planet, so I suggest we go get a family reunion going. And then also steal back what they stole.
Henry's going to chime on here as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is a long shot, but is your sister special in any way? I mean, like, we got a couple of pretty interesting people on this ship. I mean, like, celestial body kind of special. I don't know. Like, the way that she's speaking, and she knew that you were coming when you said you didn't talk to her for years. She got some kind of foresight or weird magic powers, or
She was. I'm a smart person. You are all smart people, as far as I've seen.
Depends on the day.
depends on my die.
Depends on what kind of smart.
My sister devoured knowledge and was a natural at a lot of things. She took to learning magic like swimming for a fish. And then she went for training. And went missing. At least I assume she went missing because she stopped sending letters and no longer called. And I've been trying to track her down for years. And I thought I found her once, or someone, but it was a lie or a trick, and I almost wasn't able to keep looking. That was shortly before I arrived to join your crew. I was
Well,
hoping... Oh, sorry. I was hoping that being more mobile would help me cover more ground. And then he pauses.
Okay, sorry. Rachel, I
It's okay. He was talking very slowly and I did pause for quite a long time there.
Well, you're welcome.
All of that for that. I love it.
You're welcome.
That's why I was like,
Kinda
"Shut
like-
up, I gotta shut up."
Kind of like looks over for a second and retaining some of his composure again. He like lifts an eyebrow. He's like, I already said thank you.
Yeah, this is me saying you're welcome. I didn't say that before.
We wanted to let you finish.
Yeah. And now we just gotta get you down to that planet. Although, if you could ask your sister, you know why they were trying to take really powerful illegal weapons, that'd also be great. Once we get her all back and all that good stuff, and let her rest and family reunion stuff.
I meant it when I asked where you found the letter, though. Where did she leave it?
This note we found on the body of the person who opened the crate, right?
Getting command?
Yeah. So Henry was saying, well, it was tucked in the pocket of a man, one of the dead bodies on the ship. But it seemed he died to, like, according to Schnitzel, 3 little pinpricks of laser shots. I don't know, and he was the one to interact with the weird box that we weren't supposed to recover.
The cryo boxes, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
I didn't need to save her then. She saved herself.
Oh,
That needle trick is her favorite. Target practice was always fun on birthdays. And he's kind of like laughing to himself, almost reminiscing and remembering some less serious times.
So was I right in the fact that she was hiding in the cryo box? Because I thought I was making shit up then.
Well, if she learned all that magic, maybe she was the weapon.
Ooh.
You don't have to. She could turn to the doctor. Be like, you don't have to be here for us talking theories. They're not always gonna be pretty.
I would rather know. I can't help if I don't know.
Fair enough.
We should probably wrap up soonish though.
True.
I was gonna say this actually might
Yeah.
be a good place to
Yeah,
pause
my
it with
brain
you
is
guys
running theory
planning
brain
your
now.
Foray.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
I
brain
was
is like, I
unfortunately
know
muted there
things
for a while,
I
and
know.
I apologize.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
were you muted on accident?
Yeah,
Oh.
Jordan had a phone call, and I was like, mute, and then I was like talking to y'all, but like the chatting
Oh,
was going.
no.
So I thought you guys could hear me, and then I look and I said, oh, I've been muted. muted. I hope they don't think that I've just been sitting here in silence.
Oh,
I thought
see,
maybe
I
you had
saw
to
you
go
were
and
muted.
like
I just
take
thought
care of
there was
something.
something going on.
I
felt-
saw-
I
No,
feel
he's
bad for
just-
not pointing it out.
He answered the phone. I was like, oh, I'll just mute real quick. And then I guess I
Yeah.
forgot.
I
to
thought I saw
unmute.
you mute when you sneezed because I saw your character do like this like snap motion, and I saw you mute then unmute. Like, okay, that's fine. But, okay.
Well, let's. Is there anything specific that you want to say or do before we pause or end session for the night?
I'm
What
good.
were you about to say?
I think we ended on a beautiful cliffhanger.
Yes,
Okay.
Very beautiful.
In that case, let's do our outro, because next session you're gonna go down to a frozen planet and hopefully
Let's do
find a long-lost sister that nobody knew existed except him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frozen
He's
nips,
gotta
here we
learn to
come.
communicate better, because this
Frozen
would have
nips.
solved a bunch of
Frozen
problems
nips.
if we
Frozen
would have
nips.
just known.
Yup.
Yeah.
Can the
Well,
raid message be frozen nips?
Not LS?
TOS.
Not LS?
LS.
Love LS.
L-ass and their frozen nips.
Yep.
I'm
LS
just
is
calling him
frozen.
LS from now on.
Well,
now
no,
that
and
we
it's
know the
frost
difference.
nips, technically.
Yeah, frosty nips.
Okay.
Well,
For those of you who do
in
need
that
to,
case-
Oop, what?
Oh,
I was just to say, for those of you who do need to bounce quickly, because I know it is getting late for some people who are watching from different parts of the world, the next session for this campaign is going to be Saturday, August 17th. So mark your calendars so you can be here for that.
To find out
What happens
sister,
next? Yeah.
Question mark?
The
otherwise,
sister drama. Sister
Yeah.
sexy.
The sisterhood of the traveling
Cryo chambers.
murder.
people in space.
The
Okay.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Murder.
Sorry. Carry on, Rachel.
Yeah. I was just gonna start the outro anyway, so we'll get through that pretty quickly. Thank you for joining us this evening. We've had a lot of fun, and I am very excited to, get a little more in depth about what's going on here. My name is Rachel. I am Bay Ray Sunshine on all my socials, and I am the DM extraordinaire. I enjoy creating conundrums, giving little tidbits, and I just love funky language ciphers. It's so much fun. So, go explore that. There's some really interesting things out there that can give you some tools to have some fun. But yeah, that's it for me. Which we'll put Ashley next because Dylan goes
Always
last.
skip
Right,
the
right,
boy.
right,
Sorry.
sorry. I'm Ancient Stories. I'm here to cause problems for Rachel, but out of love for the most part. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Yeah.
Or not
I
next
was-
week, next session. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Next
my
session.
brain.
No, I'm seeing her next week. That's why.
I'm seeing you next week. Everybody else.
I'm Evocate Art, and I was Katie. Or no, I am Katie. I was Iris.
Yep.
What happened to Katie?
Katie's dead.
No!
No.
I'm gonna be making my own version of Who Killed Markiplier, Who Killed Katie.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's not actually real. I make art. Check it out.
She has a
I
shop.
love you. Yeah.
Commissioner?
5 stuff from me, please.
This shirt.
Thanks. Yeah.
Chase.
Next.
Me! Oh, yeah. I'm Chase. I'm anti-dark art, and I also do art. I don't do merch for myself. I do merch for other people, but I draw for myself sometimes. And that's
Ooh.
about it.
You do commissions.
I'm taking a break because I have this nasty little habit of being like, when I have free time, I'm like, what should I draw? Don't know what to draw. Opens commissions. Man, I wish I had some free time. And so I'm forcing free time to myself. That's been going on for years, and I'm like, nah, you're gonna sit down and draw for yourself.
That's rude.
That's a fucking mood.
Next.
I guess it's me. I'm Zatara. I play Aquaria. Now I have a robot cat. Support
Yes.
all the people above me. My weekly thing from Katie's shop that I have.
Actually,
My
speaking of
phone
weekly
case.
things from Katie's shop, these are going to Casper. I picked them up in the States. So here's a couple of other, things to advertise for Katie.
Yeah.
I got D&D. I got gay. I got everything. Well,
Okay,
Yeah.
D&D.
Gay D&D, like, what we do all the
And
time.
Yeah.
Other
Really?
promotions, Casper has a Ko-fi that he does voice commissions for.
That's true.
Love
He
voice
also
commissions.
recently joined Cameo. So
Oh,
you can
yeah!
post personal videos.
See,
from
this
it.
is why you need someone who knows all of your stuff because you don't talk about it enough. Social media manager 101.
Hi.
I'm a content creator who forgets I make content.
Me in a nutshell, baby. Anything else you wanted to add, Zatara?
Oh, we didn't set up a link thingy for people, did we? Did we set up commands for people's names?
Yeah, we did.
Did we? I think so.
I know we have commands for the.
The ND. Well, let's finish our outros and then.
Just because
Yeah.
somebody in
I-
the chat was saying they won't remember anything, so I was like, oh.
I gotta handle car problems, so if we could at least wrap up so I can
Yeah.
go. If
Yeah.
and everybody else
do
can
your
stay.
outro.
Yes. Hi. I'm your social media idiot. Yeah, I do have all those things I mentioned. But mostly I've been uploading a lot of content on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you guys want to support me, those are the best ways to do so right now. Besides just directly through things like Cameo and stuff like that. Yeah, please follow social media, CasperGrimshaw everywhere. I got lots of content coming. I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, so please come, be here, do the follows. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, do the algorithm things because that's useful for people who you may not have people to support through money, but doing the algorithm things makes it so that our content gets seen by more people. That's always super helpful. But yeah, take care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And enjoy the raid.
I
And
keep
have a great weekend.
Frosty Nips. Or
Frosty
LS.
Nips.
Frosty Nips.
Both work.
Frosty Nips.
okay. Well, good night, everyone. Take care. And then I will set up the raid for us.
Take care of your frosty nips. Keep them warm.
Yep.
Stay warm.
Stay
Uh,
frosty.
Oh my god.